How's everyone doing? I'm exhausted, but it's fine. We're gonna have a calm, quiet night. I'm very tired. I had a slight small nap and it still didn't work. Alright. Let's get to our story. Because why not? That's why we're here. We're here to have a nice, calm, quiet Saturday night. Yeah, this is Rachel. And she should be 21 now, if I'm not mistaken. From the time skip from when we finished the first one, which was 18 to now. What is it? Oh, nothing. I think I'll never get used to seeing a Nekomimi transformation is all. In a good way or a bad way? In a good way, of course. It's quite magical. Thanks. Hey, Killeth. I had a 40-minute nap. It was a short nap, so I'm exhausted. But it's gonna be a calm, quiet night, so we're just gonna have some story time. You'll get a very sleep-deprived Artemis at this point, with a just woken up voice. So, do you need anything? A towel, perhaps? It was pouring outside when you came in. You have a hairdryer? A hairdryer? No, unfortunately we don't. Nope, I'm good. You sure? Aw, Artemis, a little rain won't hurt me. I'll be fine. Alright, you say so. Hey, Finnish guy. How you doing? Hey now, I'm no longer a kid, okay? It's been 3 years already. I aged too, you know. It has nothing to do with that at all. The last thing I want is for Star to get ill because of poor service here. Still at work? Oh shit. Damn. Then you just have to treat me real nice. How about making me a special drink? Special drink? What do you have in mind? Something milky. And slightly sweet. And some brightness to negate this gloomy weather. Some brightness, huh? As in flavor or color? Up to you. I mean, different colors usually have different effects, right? Alright, I'll try. Hey! Oh, no coffee, please. Can you summarize your order for me? A colorful, non-coffee latte with honey, please. Okay, let's see. No. Okay. Should work. Yeah, I started at 7 cheese. I wonder, she's kind of famous. Do we give her the fidget spinner? Let's see what she has to say about it. What's this? This is so 2017. Why are you giving this to me? Oh. Lucasen? Isn't he the Satyr influencer? I follow this guy. He's fun. He was here? Cool. But I don't know why you're giving me this, though. Alright, sorry about that. Alright. Well, at least I got an achievement out of that. I figured that since he was an influencer, she might actually find it interesting. But, oh, I guess not. Oh, sorry about the yawns. Let me know what you think about this. It's cute. Also, it's pink. Yup. What do you call this again? We call it Sweetheart Latte. Cute. Thank you. Please give it a try and let me know what you think. Okay. It's not a strawberry latte, is it? It's too sour for that. Don't tell me just yet, let me guess. Okay. Cranberry? No. But now that you mention it, it does have a similar taste to cranberry. But it's not that, right? What is it then? Yeah, Finnish guy. I finished at 5:30 something this morning. I only went to bed at like 6. And then I was up again at 11:30. So I didn't get a lot of sleep. So it's actually nice to have a little bit of a slower night tonight so that if I get too tired, I can just go to bed and sleep. But I do have a glucose drink to keep me going a little bit. Stinky, get your rest in. I know. I will, I promise. We were teasing TB. Oh god. TB was having a time with Sarah and me. He was getting tortured. But it's not that, right? What is it then? It's hibiscus. Oh. How do you like it? I love it. It's sweet, tart, and creamy at the same time. Why sweetheart latte though? Well, it tastes both sweet and sour. It contains milk, so it's creamy and comforting. Like a sweetheart. Aww. It's pretty bad when I passed out, so I can only imagine. Oh, it just got worse. It just ended up getting so much worse for him. Sweet, sour, and comforting, huh? Hey, she winked! Speaking of sour, I'm surprised the milk isn't all curdled up. I remember at a party, someone tried to mix us a mocktail using lemon, soda, and milk. It was yucky. Ugh. It's because you need to use the right ratio of ingredients. Then you have to mix them at the right temperature. Additionally, you have to froth it so that to prevent curdling, and so what you're saying is it's not something I can make myself. Of course you can. But why make it yourself when I'm always at your service? Excellent response, 5 stars. Since you seem to have gotten so... Oh, since when have you gotten so smooth, Artemis? Only happens on the rarest of occasions. So, it's best if you do not get used to it. So, sweetheart lie, huh? A fussy but comforting sweet and sour. I see. At any rate, has it really been that long already? My last visit here was probably over a year ago, wasn't it? I believe so. It was around the time your images started to appear on buses. Right? Things just took off and suddenly I had no more free time. Ow. My foot is itchy! How are you hanging? Busy, but it's so good. Great even. A lot is happening actually. Yeah? Like, I've been busy shooting new music videos and such. A lot of photo shoots too. I'm also set to appear on several shows and podcasts and... Oh! I'm creating a new single. Oh, is that so? Uh-huh. That's great news. Nope. Don't congratulate me yet. Oops, okay. I'm still, in the process of making it. In more ways than one. What do you mean? Oh, I'm actually creating the song this time. Wow. And I'll be collaborating with AJ. Wait a second. You mean... the guy who's always on your playlist? Jeremy Andrew? Oh, Jeremy Andrew. Okay. That's really cool. I know, I'm excited. Can't wait to hear it. I also had no idea you made songs. New things? No, I don't look like it, but... truthfully? From the time I was a kid, it's always been a dream of mine. Writing songs. And dancing. More specifically, singing and dancing to my own songs. One Nico Mimi pop-up concert. A pop-up concert? You know, a concert that pops up randomly. You see, it happens sometimes in malls or on a popular, busy street. Ah, yes, I see what you mean. You miss it and poof, it's gone. Leaving only memories of a one-of-a-kind show with a one-of-a-kind experience. Sounds rather exciting, right? I guess I've always loved being on stage. But you know, we all wanted to become everything when we were kids. But as you grow up, you have to pick your battles. And for me, singing and dancing just come much more naturally than creating my own music. Ah. At least until now. I thought to myself, if I can't do it alone, then I'll make it with someone who definitely knows what they're doing. You definitely chose the right guy, right? I'm taking in fresh inspiration even now. Who knows, maybe I'll get inspired from your drinks too. But I'm so excited you can't believe. God damn, that one entire sentence word. Oh shit. And so, keep an eye out for it, okay? Whenever it's out, I mean. Will do. Oh, ah. Huh? I knew it. The blackout? Yeah. It's happened before, huh? Only when the weather gets this bad. Give me a quick second, please. I'll turn on the generator. Okay. Oh no, is she gonna get scared shitless again? Oh! Oh no. Wife? Yeah, she's kind of pretty. I like her hair. Cute. Oh, Miss Rihanna, welcome. Hello. Sorry about my absence earlier. I was just turning on the generator. Miss Rachel, is everything alright? Yep. I was just surprised by the thunder for a second there. Yeah, well, everything should hold on for now. Okay. Happy to see you again, Miss Rihanna. How are you feeling tonight? Honestly, not the best. Aw. I'm sorry to hear that. Can you make me something nice with a bit of sweetness? Of course, anything you want. I recall last time you suggested an interesting drink to me. Something with blue tea and milk. That's about right. Could you please prepare that for me? But make it ever so slightly sweeter this time. It's been quite a day. I think I deserve the sugar. Roger that. I have just the perfect drink for you. Okay. Then a blue latte with a hint of sweetness, please. Well. Let's see how this goes. Oh yeah, we have to give her the contact card. So it's... I think. Alright. Do we still have... What's this? Okay. Sweet. An email? Oh, is it from that person from before? Lucas, wasn't it? He wants me to contact him? I'll think about it. Thank you. You're welcome. One dream in blue for the lady in blue who's got the blues. But I'm not wearing blue though. You have that cool blue thing going on. I love it, thank you. She actually is pretty for a banshee. Anything else you need? No, it's fine. Thank you. Just one of those days? I suppose. It's one of those moments when it seems like everything is collapsing simultaneously. Not necessarily great by any means. I know how that feels. Want to talk about it? Rachel is feeling generous today. Oh. I'm assuming she has like a blue aura, then that's how she described it. I have no clue. Good evening. Oh. Hey, it's Galahad! Doctor. Long time no see. Hey, Rachel. Still a hospital admissions officer here? I know, I'm just kidding. Welcome, Mr. Gala. Hey, Artemis. I'm just here for a quick drink before I get to work. But looks like I'll have to take a breather first. I kind of want to give him the fidget spinner and see what he does with it. I'll have to agree. Please make yourself at home. So, you were saying? Hmm? The lady and I were in the middle of a conversation. We were? Maybe at the beginning of one? I'll back off if I'm being too nosy though. I'm just very happy today. I see. Should I move over there? No, you're fine. I'm curious about how you've been doing too. But gotta keep the momentum with sister over there. Alright then, please don't mind me. Oh, this reminds me strongly of my very first visit here. Hmm? To be frank, this may be the place where people ask me the most questions. Is that a good or a bad thing? I'm not sure yet, but I do not mind it too much. Truthfully, I do not interact with many people on a daily basis, since I'm on the road most of the time. Is that so? What do you do for a living, if you don't mind me asking? I'm a Groover driver. Oh, Uber. That reminds me. Okay. Got new things. What's up? Hey! It's a kitty! It's surprising since he's a werewolf. Oh. I just saw a little kid and her mom walking hand in hand and made me feel so warm in my chest. I guess I'm calling my mom tonight. But of course I should shave my fur. How can you see the tat otherwise? I would literally go to the office every day in a wedding dress if only the skanks and HR would allow it. Oh, god damn! Okay. Jeez. Holy mother of all that's pickles. Lua is on a roll. But I only do inner city deliveries. Mostly. Sounds tough. It is not as bad as it sounds. Yeah, I quite enjoy driving. It helps clear the mind sometimes. Right. That's true. I drove a cab in Manhattan back in the early 60s. You did? Yes, but I had to stop after a few months since it got pretty dangerous. Dangerous? How? Because people kept trying to pick a fight with me. Oh. I also had a few people trying to skip paying fares or rob me. That sounds pretty so terrifying and dangerous. Rules are out tonight, I know, right? Lua is on a roll. Well, it was back in the early 60s. People weren't as kind as to us as they are now. But I get why you like driving. I always enjoyed the long drive back and forth from airports. I see. Hey, I forgot to ask, but how did the games go with Noel a few days ago? It was fun. It was a lot of fun. I was mostly just extremely fucking tired, but it was a lot of fun. There was a lot of laughs and just, you know, the regular dirty jokes that we always make. If it happens that we end up playing Fortnite a little bit earlier instead of that late, then I would definitely stream it so that everyone can talk to her as well. Prior to focusing exclusively on delivery, Jesus, English low, I used to accept passengers as well. Oh, why the change? Because 7 out of 10 passengers would cancel on me, usually right after they entered my car as well, which resulted in my suspension. What? Why? Because I terrify them. Ah, that's just rude. I agree with Miss Rachel. It sounds so unreasonable. I must admit I looked significantly different back then. It's because I never had to deal with so many people before. I was living in seclusion, far away from big cities up until that point. And so, during the appeal period, I attempted to make myself appear less frightening. In the meantime, I was permitted to make deliveries. Right. Turns out that I enjoy doing deliveries much more than I expected. So I rescinded my appeal. Additionally, the schedule flexibility allows me to focus more on my training and auditions. Did you say auditions? For what? I would ride with her any day. I know, right? She's actually super fucking pretty. I've been auditioning for a soprano role. Really? That sounds cool. No, it's not cool at all. Why do you say that? I've tried for years and have yet to land one single role. I have TOS things to say about it. God damn it, fishy. Oh. I also lost air pressure in one of my tires, by the way. Really? Yes, the office already warned us about it too. However, I'm not quite sure if it's related to his case. I'll let Officer Georgie know about it when he comes in. Thank you. So, yes, not a good day. I'm sorry to hear that. It's fine. I'm used to it. Aw. Sorry, don't mind me. I'm just going to check my messages. Okay. Aw, she's been having a rough time. It's nice to see you again, Rachel. Oh, same. You must have been busy. I haven't seen you around here in a while. How's Henry? That's fine. He's been pretty busy too. Not as busy as you, it seems. I've seen him here at least every other month or so. Really, Artemis? You won't let me stay out late on my break, yet he comes here to see all of you? Well... Just kidding. I know he comes here often. It's fine. He's old. Wow. He needs breaks more than me. Right. Being able to unwind becomes more important as you get older. Be sure he gets his yearly checkups, though. Will do. So what's up with you these days? Not a lot, but... Oh. I have a small problem at work, actually. Yeah? What is it? Well... As the person who handles patient admissions, I have to handle really young kids sometimes. We're not a children's hospital, so they usually come in as urgent cases. Aww. That's why I try to make the admission process as painless as possible, just to make things a little easier for everyone involved. Yeah? Sadly, kids tend to get scared of me, which makes expediting their admissions more difficult sometimes. You're like one of the nicest guys I know. Well, they're usually really, really young. You know what makes them so afraid of you? Not exactly. But I think my size has something to do with it. I still tower over them even when I get down to their eye level. They probably feel vulnerable too. Yeah, I see what you mean. Not exactly what you call a great combo. Not at all. Again, it's not a big deal. I'm just wondering if there's anything I can do about it. Ah. Hey, Artemis. Yes? Didn't realize it was already this late. Seems like I'll have to go soon. Can I order now? Of course, what will it be? I'll have my usual. Mix of tea, milk, and ginger. Tea, milk, and ginger. I'm kind of curious what his reaction is going to be to the fidget spinner. I'm literally just going to see how many people I can give this to. For funny times. A fidget spinner? I don't think I need... Oh, wait. This might be a good idea. Giving small toys to children to ease their anxiety. Nobody likes being in a hospital after all. Hey! I'll take it as a reference. Thank you, Artemis. A special drink just for you, sir. Made in a jiffy without compromising quality. Thanks. It's great as usual. I can't seem to make it like you do. But it still works, right? At least for the intended purpose. It does. I'm just saying, yours is still the best, taste-wise. What is it anyway? Ginger latte? It's closer to ginger milk tea, I think. What Artemis said. Fidget spinny for the win. Yeah! Either way, I've come to like it as my late-night shift drink of choice, since I'm trying to cut back on my caffeine intake. For health reasons? Pretty much, yeah. I find myself better at controlling my fury that way. Ah, I see. That's good to know. Guess I'll have to rely on you in my venture into the world of tea drinking. You can count on me. I should leave before the storm gets worse. Aw. Next time, we'll catch up. Okay. Alright. Sorry to leave you in the middle of the conversation. Hang in there. It always gets better. Thank you. Have a safe trip. See you. Aw. Gala is such a nice guy. Rihanna, was it? I'm sorry to hear about the auditions. Trust me, I really get how you're feeling right now. Yes? Uh-huh. I've been rejected by agencies many times too, before I finally made it into my previous group. Miss Rachel here is an idol. Her single is on the shelves behind you. Oh! That's amazing! Thanks. You have a reel up online somewhere? You might be playing in a different field, but I'd still love to see it. Aw, I took it down a long time ago. Why? I had to deal with a lot of online harassment. Therefore, I removed it to save myself some headaches. What? People are unbelievable. Don't mind the haters. They're just people who have nothing better to do. Right. I suppose you must have dealt with similar things before. Plenty. It comes with the fame. For better or for worse. Yeah, it's kind of something that's gonna be hard to deal with for a lot of people, especially if someone has like that breakout moment and they get a lot of influx of people in that one moment. Like when you're still a tiny guy, it's easy to fly under the radar and kind of miss most of the bullshit being spun your way. But as soon as you start getting numbers, more famous, and more eyes on you, as bad as it sounds to say, sometimes you gotta learn to develop a thick skin. Doesn't mean it's easy though. I see. Very much, yeah. Anyway, you should keep it up. Maybe I can ask my colleagues if they know any audition leads if you link me your leads if you link me your real Jesus English low. Are you sure? Yep, I mean no promises, but I'll try. I have a video if you want to see it. Of course. Let me move over there then. A video of Rihanna singing. Wow. I might not get opera, but that was pretty nice. It'd be great if you posted more of these online. What do you mean? You have this, je ne sais quoi thing going on. An unusualness that may captivate some people. Oh, I know. You should upload your stuff on Tomacho. I bet many people will love it. Oh. It's alright. What's wrong? I don't think I'm cut out to have any presence online. I don't fit in with the culture. I told you, don't mind the haters. I mean, it's not just that. I might also have a complex regarding something else. What complex? You both might dislike me for this. Why? I wish to do my best in the old-fashioned way, so to speak. I can understand that. Meaning? It seems more appropriate for me to follow the traditional route, as opposed to using shortcuts or things that are online. Oh, I get it. I realize this makes me sound snobbish. I apologize. Who cares? Everybody is a snob in one way or another. But maybe you shouldn't limit yourself like that just yet. What do you mean? The entertainment industry changes rapidly, you know. For almost 3 years I've been doing this, it takes a lot of flexibility to stay afloat. Whereas there's always someone who could replace you. Not wrong. Not wrong at all. Ah, I don't know a lot about opera, but I'm sure it's changing too. Some things aren't always better the old way, especially in the creative industry. Things stay stagnant in two ways. Either they're profitable, or certain people are just really stubborn. Like the past me. Hmm. Back then, I thought I could only choose one or two things I was good at, and just forget about the rest. But recently, I got a chance to make my own song with a musician. I'm not the best at composing, so I really needed the help. I see. And the musician I'm collaborating with, he had a dream of becoming a fighter jet pilot. Oh, wow. However, one thing or another kept him from making his dream come true. So he posted his music as a hobby on Tomachill, and just like that, bam, he hit it big. Oh. Yep, I'm a big fan of his. In fact, all the music in this coffee shop was from his newest album. Licensed, of course. I see. That's amazing of him. You too. Don't be afraid to do things a little differently. Plenty of roads to roam and all that. That's all I can say about it. At any rate, I'll try asking around if they have any sort of leads. Should we exchange IDs? Do you have any? No, but I have a cell phone number. Okay. Aw. Rachel's a little sweet bee. There. Thank you. Okay, Rihanna, I have to go now. I'll hit you up by text if I have anything. Thank you so much. Don't thank me yet. But you're so welcome. Artemis, I'm going. See you soon? Of course. Please come again soon. Bye-bye. And she's a kitty cat again. I wonder if we'll see everyone from the first game, or if it's just going to be like pick and choose which ones are going to show up like fan favorites. So interesting. This is my first time seeing a Nekomimi up close. Is that so? Oh, how about your car? Will you be alright? I have a spare tire. I'll fix it once the weather improves. Alright. Coming here was a wise decision. I wasn't sure whether I should. Oh? In truth, I'm deeply embarrassed by my conduct last time. I regret it. I apologize. Please don't be sorry. No harm done. Thank you. It's just, there are times when I too feel lonely. This was not my first rejection from an audition, as you may have already inferred. But it never gets easier. The soil is starting to get sticky, so I'll probably be packing up soon. Sticky? Sticky soil? Huh? Never gets easier. Understandable. Typically, I would just ruminate about it in my car while being parked somewhere. I acknowledge it is not the most effective means of resolving my feelings. However, it is better than the alternatives. Which are none. Now you can always come here. I don't know. I feel as though I'm only bringing doom and gloom to the table here. Nonsense. Our door is always open. In the evenings, of course. I'm sowing a field with a cultivator. Ah! So please, don't ever hesitate to stop by. We'll see. Sounds like the weather will clear up soon. Really? How do you know? Experience? Let's just say I observe the sky a lot. Especially in traffic. Makes sense. I guess. In any case, I better leave now. Thank you again, Artemis. You're very welcome. Have a safe trip out there, Miss Riona. I hope she comes by again. I think this is it for today. Let's see. Whose keycard is this? Oh, it's probably Gala's. I'll just keep it for now. Someone's apartment key, maybe? Okay, let's wrap this all up now, shall we? Yeah, I think that was probably Gala's. Oh. Maybe cheating. I actually went to look. It's not his. Surprising. Tactical survival game. Creek's Front 4 Final Front. Set to release next year. Belltown man caught after attempting to outrun police with a Segway. I don't think that works. Petition to combine Halloween and Christmas gains traction. Aye. That? Okay. Oh no. Seems like we're out of ginger. Ooh. Reminds me. Let's see. Hide. He changed his picture. Okay, Rachel's still there. Galas. Stories. Let's see. I'm so excited for the secret project you'll see. Aw. Cute picture. Currently hooked on this mecha tactic game. The mechanic is very interesting and inspiring. Be available like this Sunday? I feel like this is finally the right time in my career to either write a book or challenge a professional boxer, so... Oh my lord. So I was in a vegan restaurant and a woman said that she knew me, which is weird because I've never heard her before. Never met her before. My god, that's a terrible joke. Why is that a thing? Alright, let's see. Oh. Okay. I weren't able to read it. Hold on, I'll read it for you again. Okay, I'm gonna read it for you again, Finnish guy. So I was in a vegan restaurant and a woman said that she knew me, which is weird, because I've never met her before. Herbivore. Plants. There you go. That is awful. It's terrible. No, that's not gold. That's a terrible joke. Georgie is getting banned from having coffee again. Ever. No coffee for Georgie. He's getting banned out of the coffee shop. Oh, awful joke. Of course you guys like puns. Ugh. Why are you booing me? What have I done? This is tyranny. I never said this was a democracy. The devil and my eternity. The devil says to me, the price of my kiss is your eternity. The devil has the warmest smiles. She taunts me with her fingertips of ember, of ashes burning in something I too well remember. I still am spending my eternity aimless, in concrete jungles, street fruitless, hazy and dead people's memory useless. An endless life wasting as nobody. A vampire has the coldest lips, not for me, not if I wanted to. The devil has the brightest eyes. Sweet as angels convincing themselves to be holy. I'm still clinging to my entirety. I wonder why we stay alive. That desire to keep going. That desperate longing to be someone, someday. Promise you'll never leave me. I strike a match to burn my lips. I will be the death of you. The devil has the sweetest of lies. Fascinating. So we went from actual, like, short stories or paragraphs to poetry. That's a switch. Ah. Oh, hey, Hyde. Been a while. Mr. Hyde, welcome. Hello, Artemis. It's nice to see you again. How are you? Well, I'm just here. How about you? You seem a little preoccupied. Right, sorry about that. I just learned we're out with ginger. Oh? I made a mistake on the weekly order sheet. And the remaining roots I have are no longer fit for consumption. Tut tut. Sounds like a rookie mistake, Artemis. I know, I'm ashamed. Our storage system is having problems because of recent power surges. Alas, I'll stock up at the farmer's market tomorrow. Sounds like a plan. You're really busy as usual, I see. Yes, well, nothing wrong with a slow day or two from time to time. Although it's been quite a week, if I may say so myself. Oh? Well, I'm listening. Pardon? Your week? Tell me all about it. Oh. I'm not even sure where to start. Try anywhere. After all, there's no way for me to correct an unheard story, am I right? Right. Well, the most notable problem recently would be the severe thunderstorms. Sometimes they cause our powers to cut... Our powers? Sometimes they cause our power to short out, which messes with the machines. So, in case it happens again, my apologies. I see. Warning duly noted. There's also been this ongoing car vandalism in the neighborhood. Apparently there's a serial deflator of tires on the loose. Officer Georgie was the one who informed me about it. We've also got a lot of new customers, and I think that's about it. Sounds eventful, even if not terribly riveting. Now, regarding the car vandalism you spoke about. Well, I drove here. To what extent should I be concerned about it? I wish I could inform you with confidence. Unfortunately, I don't know much about it, so... Oh. I can answer that. There's nothing to worry about. Your car's gonna be fine. Officer Georgie, welcome. Hey, Artemis. I managed to track and narrow down the vandal's strike zone, you see. Because the culprit seems to have a favorite spot. Really? Yep, and it's nowhere near here. Miss Rihanna told me her car was affected as well, by the way. That's so. If she comes back, can you ask her where she parked? Will do. Appreciate it. Anyway, my investigation's still ongoing, but I say this area is pretty safe. So you can relax. I see. Anyway, good evening, y'all. Sorry for blocking the entry earlier. I was finishing off my last cigarette. You're smoking another one. Because it's time to start a new one. Oh my lord. You mind? Not at all. Mr. Hyde, meet Officer Georgie. He's in charge of the night patrols around here. Cheers. Officer Georgie, meet Mr. Hyde. Our occasional guest from Los Angeles. A friend of Mr. Gala. Ah. The big hospital guy? And I guess I've seen you around a bunch. Los Angelino, huh? Not for much longer, though. Oh? I'm in the process of finalizing my move back here with my modeling agency. That's wonderful news. You lived here before? Mm-hmm. For about 40 years. When did you move to LA then? Around 20 years ago. I love the fact that, yeah, he's got a bit of a surprised face, but he's taking it much better. The fact that this dude has been around for as long as he has without much of a flinch about it. He's just like, oh, yeah, no, I've been around for this long. Right. Huh. Let's just say I'm nowhere near as young as I look. Oh. Models, vampires, gotcha. And as a native Seattleite, let me be the first to welcome you back. We got smog and dire skies, but at least our coffee is second to none. Right, Artemis? I'll let you be the judge of that. Thanks for the warm welcome. Then, have you moved in already, or...? Not yet. Preparations still need to be made at the property I've chosen. I wouldn't even think of packing until it's halfway done. Makes sense. That being said, I'll be here to oversee the construction for a while. If you ever need help, let me know. Can't do much by myself, but I can find a few guys who can. Although it won't be necessary, I appreciate the gesture. It's funny. What is? Quite frankly, the police force and I have something of a contentious relationship in the past. Uh-oh. Was it a slap on the wrist and let's call it a day type of thing? Or the catch you, catch me kind? All I can say is, live long enough, you'll try everything. Those are bygone years, of course. God damn, somehow I kinda expected that. I mean, he does strike me as the type that just tries everything. You sure? So, does anyone want something to drink? Of course, naturally. They're getting along way too well. After you? Well, a public servant should put the citizens first. So after you? How idealistic. But I insist. After all, I'm still considering my options. Well then, in that case... What will it be, officer? Just give me something nice, Artemis. Are you alright? Nothing great, honestly. What happened? Never mind that for now. I got a question for you. Did you, by any chance, see a lighter lying around? Oh, yes, I did. I have it with me. That's a relief. Okay, Artemis, listen carefully. I need you to take this very, very seriously. Okay. I'll need that lighter back, okay? Okay. I mean it. I need it back. Or this streak of bad luck won't end. Pardon? Just talking to myself. Okay, yeah, I understand. Appreciate it. Would you like anything to drink? Just black coffee for me, please, but lightly sweetened. Lightly sweetened. I guess it's just coffee, and then honey. Yeah, just coffee and honey, I guess. Finally. Hello, old friend. Thanks, Artemis. I suppose I owe you an explanation. I told you before, right? This lighter's my lucky charm. When it goes missing, my luck gets really dicey. Almost got hit by a falling fan at work. Broke the missus' favorite mug. Ooh. Nearly swerved my car into the sidewalk because a black cat jumped into my lane. A black cat, not even a raccoon. I swear I'm not making this up. If that wasn't a sign, I don't know what is. And, well, daughter's still mad at me too. Anyway, glad to have this back. Thanks for keeping it safe for me, Artemis. You're very welcome. Here's your sweet coffee to sweeten your evening, officer. Cheers, Artemis. That really hits the spot. I'm glad to hear that. Did you make your order? Not quite. Do you have any suggestions? I have a couple of new teas if you're interested. Oh? They're butterfly pea and butterfly plea. Yes, the butterfly is pleading. And hibiscus flowers. Hibiscus, huh? An ingredient that's easily palatable when used in a hot beverage. Perfect. Make me something with it. Are you sure? You're missing on some ingredients tonight. Hey, Ricky. How you doing? We're just having a nice, calm evening. Yeah. I hope you enjoy your time with us. It's just essentially me reading a story to everyone. Do you have any specifics in mind? I'll let you choose for me. Just make it red and... who knows? Maybe it can be my new blood wine. Blood wine? It's a fake blood cocktail I used to get here. Back when it was still a bar. Ah, I see. Make me a bold red drink. I'd like to see what you can come up with. Well, I guess we're gonna make it red. Lotta red. That fucking emote though. Just licking. Okay, so apparently I'm supposed to give him the key card. And because I'm curious, why not? Let's do it. Since I don't know what to do with the items half the time in this game, so why not? Hey, Feifei won. That's Gala's, isn't it? The apartment key? I see, so he lost it here. In fact, he called me this morning asking if I was in the city. I didn't tell him I was in Seattle though, so the call was a surprise. Which one is that, Fishy? The last one. Why did he call, you ask? Well, simply because I have a spare key. I'll take this off you and bring it to him then. I'll be sure to let him know. Alright, thank you. Here you go, sir. Something red. So this is a drink you thought I might like. Honestly, I'm not entirely confident, but this is the best I can do tonight. Looks peculiar enough. Gothic bunny. I don't know that one. How is it? It's tart. Stringent. Do you like it? You tell me. Ah, and I was looking forward to it. I'm sorry that it isn't what you expected. Well, you did what I asked, so no need for apologies. Next time you could try something making me something that doesn't taste like hay juice. Needs more boldness. Something that can leave a mark in me. There's only one hibiscus drink that I have enjoyed. I'm curious to see if you can come close. I'll try my best next time. Welcome. Oh, it's Lucas. Hey, kid. He's glued. There. Damn. Oh. Oh, dang. Hello, Artemis. Pops, nice to see you again. What's up? What's going on? What's going on with you? Me? Oh, well, nothing. Nothing much. You know what? Let me move over there. There we go. Sorry about earlier. I was preoccupied. No problem. Is everything alright? Finally home, starving. Welcome home, Finnish guy. Yeah, of course. I'm always alright. Always. Because I'm a very lucky dude. Speaking of luck, did the lady ever come back? Miss Fiona? Yeah, she did. Really? Did you manage to give her my stuff? I did. I gave her your written contact info. Okay, cool. She didn't throw it away, did she? As far as I know, I don't think so. Right. You trying to reach the soprano lass? That's right, Pops. I still feel uneasy about the day we met. About how that day went. Jesus, my English low. Feed the beast. I just want to apologize to her or something, you know? Okay. So I guess I just have to wait for her to contact me, huh? I think so, yeah. Ooh, let's see. One in here. You've ever been jamming on good songs, then your earphone died off? Well, I've never... Adverts. Found that on Rumbler, didn't you? My French is not that good. It's downright terrible. That's fine. But what if she doesn't contact me? What should I do? And that's that. That's her choice. You're so right, Pops. Didn't think of you as someone who'd have trouble reaching out to people like this. The beast? The fuck do you mean? I'm the beauty. That's one way of putting it. I know, right? It is what it is. Okay, then I'll wait. Any hoodle, it's nice to see you again, Pops. Likewise, kid. Hello to you too, sir. Hyde. It's Hyde. Wait, so you're really that Hyde? The supermodel Hyde? I mean, I get hangry if I don't know. Yeah, fair enough. A big shot, eh? Oh man, oh boy. I never thought I'd randomly see you in a place like this. No offense to you, Artemis. Well, I follow your socials, man. Big fan. I especially love the Timeless series you did for Boundless. That's an old one. Boundless? It was a lifestyle magazine, no longer in print. Because everything's online these days. What was the series about? It was a photo series I modeled for. Bit of an avant-garde shoot. They were originally said to be displayed in a time travel themed showcase. Damn. Tale as old as time, true as it can be. Oh no. Alas, the exhibition fell through. So they were re-themed and put in the magazine instead. Yeah, those are awesome. I liked how the series showed peak fashion through the times. Yet the designs were so contemporary. Timeless even. Unintended. I'd love to see that. Wait, let me show you a couple of pics from it. Oh! That looks right there, colorless or not. Oh wow. You looked amazing, Mr. Hyde. Still do. Of course. It was so cool and inspired me to find my own style too. I'm partial to the 80s inspired look myself. Really? I can't tell. It's my jacket collection. Oh god, glad it helped. I did enjoy experiencing some of those times again, even if only in garment form. Even if I was left with a melancholy feeling. But I digress. Hmm? Would you like to order anything? Oh, yeah. Oh, by the way, is pure matcha supposed to make you feel woozy? Pardon? I tried drinking some before lunch a couple of days ago. I felt a tad nauseous. Did you have breakfast? Nope. It's really strong tea, so it still shouldn't be consumed on an empty stomach. Ah. That was the main takeaway from our conversation, wasn't it? Duly noted, thanks. Then can I get a pumpkin latte? Sorry, we don't have that here. Oh, for real? You know, you don't need pumpkin to make it right. Oh, I've heard that before. Yep, but I have an open mind. I just don't want anything plain tonight. Might make me something based off a pumpkin latte with what you have. So, just coffee, milk, and cinnamon? 'Cause that's all I can think of. And that's literally all I can think of that it is. So latte. Yeah, pretty much. A cinnamon latte, warm and sweet just for you. Sounds good. Good call on the cinnamon. It is the star spice of the fall season, after all. Oh yeah, you're right. Like pumpkin lattes. The warmth cheers me right up. Thanks, Hermes. I mention it. Cinnamon. So what's the matter? I hate cinnamon. I hate it so much. Huh? Why do you need cheering up, kid? Oh, about that. Just the usual work stuff. A few disagreements here and there, you know. Any working team will eventually have them once or twice, right? Right. What do you do? I'm a vlogger slash influencer. Ah. I review a lot of lifestyle things like fashion, places, food, etc. on social media. Sometimes I do skits and such on my channels too. And pranks also? No, Pops. No way. Real talk though, I actually hate pranks. I didn't say it before, but I hate them. A lot. Is that so? I just think they're the lowest form of entertainment. Yes! I absolutely agree with this dude. Just cheap thrills at the expense of others. Because the thing that always pissed me off is you do a prank on someone, you get to laugh about it, but that other person might be experiencing hurt feelings because of what you did. People just don't take other people's emotions into consideration anymore when it comes to these kinds of things. It's really just sad, if I'm gonna be honest. Here we go. Right. But yeah, getting off topic here, sorry. So you're essentially the creator and the host of your show. What does your team do? My team helps me edit and secure sponsors. Lighthearted pranks are fine. Things that's not going to make someone feel embarrassed and hurt or angry or anything like that. Those are still fine. But there have been a few that really got badly out of hand. And it gets a little rough. And massively boost the production quality. They're great, I owe them lots. Do you think you're doing well? Yeah, I mean, I think so. We get by pretty well. I currently English? Hello? I really need to make this a drinking game. How many times I fuck up the English language? I take no responsibility for any alcohol poisoning. I currently reside in LA. For real? I did too before I moved here. Why did you move? Why I moved? I mean, because I hated it there? Not to crap on where you live, sir. I just think LA is not for me. Are you trying to kill us? I mean, Finnish guy, I think with you it might take quite a bit. No offense taken. Why did you hate it there? It's a long and stupid story. Trust me, you don't want to hear it. Anyway, sorry for the tangent. You were saying? I have been noticing an influx of newcomers here. They're loud, young, and brazen. Just like you. Yeah? The fact you're able to make something of yourself out of such mundane nonsense, I'd say you're doing pretty well. So what's the issue? Well, I've talked about my channel situation here before, right? Yeah, you said your views were dwindling. Calling it dwindling might be a bit overkill, but yeah. That's why my team and I are trying to figure out what to do. Trying to keep the show fresh, you know? Truthfully though, I've been wanting to change the show's direction for a while now. I even promised myself last year. Once I got to a certain number of viewers, I was just going to do it. Was? Well, I've always wanted to do a talent showcase segment, you know? So I could help elevate others like me. Others like you? Yeah. Like the soprano lady from before. Like those dwarf actors and actresses in TV shows. We all actually kinda have something in common. You know what it is? I'll make it easier for you. Think about satyrs, for example. Artemis, when you hear about us, what's the first thing that comes to your mind? Don't think too hard now. Just say anything off the top of your head. How about you, Pops, sir? Probably partying, recklessness, alcoholism, or a joke, right? Is that what you think? Nope, but that's what most of society thinks. In the same way society views Lady Riona as a bad luck personified. Well, just because she happens to be a banshee. Besides, society is awful at judging people. The immediate trust they have for those who have money compared to those who had to start from zero. Yeah, I can see that. It really is something. I feel like a certain banshee would fit in the talent show as well. Oh, for sure. I actually wonder if it's gonna head in that direction. It would be nice to see that. Sorry, I just moved my drink bottle so I could actually see chat. We're slightly in the way. You know what I mean? I get it, you know? Etiquette, social cues and awareness, that sort of thing. What nurtures you in growing up reflects these things. That's what most people like to assume anyways. Like, I get it. Nobody has any time to learn about everybody. So we go by impressions. But as someone who started from zero and now, the difference in how people treat me is so damn stark. So damn stark that it doesn't feel all that great, you know? Of course. So yeah, I wanted to carve a space in my work. A place where I could give exposure to those who might not get it otherwise. That's actually a really nice idea. Then, once again I ask you, what is the issue? My team thinks my segment idea is too risky. Don't fix what's not broken. That tripped me so bad. They just want me to improve what I've been doing. Jesus Christ, what am I doing? And you agree? They're not wrong. The risk is real. After all, I'm not responsible only for myself. I've got a whole team depending on me now. That's why I'm trying to find a compromise. At least until we become so big that any slight changes won't affect us as much. Will the world wait for you though, I wonder? Will the world wait for you to be ready? Have you ever asked yourself that? You see, making choices is always a matter of priority. As you grow, your stake increases along with your responsibilities. As such, your excuses will continue to pile up. But given the pace at which you're going right now, I see your idealistic dream is unlikely to be realized. However, it's enough for you to just have good intentions. Oh, that's another story. Well, a little blunt, aren't we? Am I wrong, though? It is a perspective. You know, one of many. I admit I don't know much about the entertainment biz. But you've gotten this far, boy. Because all along you've been motivated by that specific goal in mind. Ain't that right? Yeah. That's why I wouldn't dismiss his intent so easily. Well, you're probably just a bit lost right now. Do you think I should have been gentler then? Nah, I needed the whipping. Never mention whipping in this chat. Those words were hard to swallow, but I needed to hear them. Are you okay? Uh-huh. Well, there's a lot I need to think about. So, I should go. Nice seeing you, Pops. And thanks for your advice, sir. Artemis, thank you too. Hang in there. Yeah, y'all too. See you around. Hyde always gets people like he just goes straight for it. But sometimes you have to be blunt. You can't always sugarcoat everything. Because it's just gonna make things messy. Well, I've stayed too long already. So I better go do my work now. I want to get my pay docked, you see? Nice meeting you, Hyde. We'll see each other more often soon, I'm sure. Hopefully nothing work-related. Have a good night, officer. You too, Artemis. Be safe out there, officer. Will do. Until next time. I suppose I should leave as well. I'll be back before long, though. Please do. Is there something wrong? Looks like the officer forgot his lighter again. Oh no! It seems our officer accidentally drops it again. Oh no. It exudes an interesting feel. Oh, what a curse. Oh no, you're right. I'll keep it for him, thank you. Alright then. Have a good evening yourself, Artemis. Safe trip out there, Mr. Hyde. Reposo. Yeah, he kinda... gonna be an issue. Hey! Inumimi and werewolves may share common ancestry, archaeologists say. Doesn't it look a little bit like Gala? Lionfish invasion decrease a successful trial. Countries to block foreign entry amidst unknown livestock bacterial infestation. Infection. Oh yeah, infection. Sorry, my brain just... Looks like bad weather again tonight. Let's hope it doesn't bring bad tidings. I don't know, I think it's a very nice color scheme. Well, I think it's lacking something. It's too dainty. Dainty? What would you like then? Red, black, and purple? That wouldn't be the worst. Okay then, why not? But you have to commit to it. No take-backs this time. Bye. Bay. I just want to call him Bye because it's an elf. Bye, elf. Well, I guess not all elves are bad, but still. I have had dealings with too many elves in fantasy games. I don't know. Maybe? Let's take a break from the topic. We'll have time for a quick drink before I go back to work. And it's not like we're going to decide now anyway. Maybe that's the problem. How are we supposed to plan this wedding if we keep postponing every choice we need to make? He's not wrong. Hey Artemis, what do you think? Pale green, lilac, and daffodil yellow, or red, black, and purple? Hey, don't put Artemis on spot. No, it's quite alright, it's just that I wouldn't know. This is your wedding, your opinions matter, not mine. Trouble is, we don't know what our opinions are. And when we think we do, we change our mind. It's like the centerpieces. Oh, please, can we not talk about that now? I really thought we agreed on the cute ones. I'm not even gonna try saying that word. My brain just went, heh? Once you spotted on Tomodachi, I mean, they were your pick in the first place. They were, but they were also too expensive. You have to be realistic. But weddings in general are expensive. Especially when you had to have 200 guests. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's from the first game as well. She had the horn cover. It's actually pretty cute. That's a low blow. I can't just disinvite my extended family. The key word is extended. You even know half of these people? That's not the issue. If I invite one of them, I have to invite them all. It's like a domino effect. Besides, they'll be paying for part of the wedding. I still don't think they should. I can pull my weight. You have to choose. I'd rather we have the beautiful things you like. Even if it means we have fewer guests. Well, if my family's not chipping in, we might not be able to afford either. Thanks for the vote of confidence. I don't want our wedding to just be a random meal. With a bunch of people we're not even that close to. I can kind of understand his point. And I said I'll make sure we can afford a dream wedding. Or die trying. I don't want you to... Oh, phone ringing. Saved by the bell. That's work. I really can't linger. I think I'll have that drink now, Artemis. Of course, what can I get you? Something that will keep me awake. I still have work to do and my head hurts. I guess strong coffee would be good. And with a nice spicy kick, please. Any preference on the spicy kick? No, any strong coffee with spice will do. Right? Yeah, we're just gonna throw coffee and ginger at you, why not? And a Jahe Tubruk for the lady. Oh, an oldie goodie. Perfect. I can feel myself relaxing already. Why does his hand look weird? Is it just me that feels like his hand is odd? Am I being weird here? It looks off, yeah. Yow. Hey, Chungus. How you doing? What? You're weird. That thing doesn't smell relaxing to me at all. You're weird. I guess we're both weird. I'm Saturdaying on the Saturday. Hell yeah. It's good to see you, Chungus. There we are. Oh, Hyda's back. My lovely weirdo. My perfect misfit. Hyda's just like checking them out. This is so much better. It really is. Yeah, Fishy's also getting a shot. Oh, that was fantastic. Ever mentioned I love your smile? Never enough? Disgusting. I'm going to need something real spicy to wash this down. And I'd love to serve it to you, Hyde. If Bailey's doesn't want to order, that is. Hyde, sorry. Didn't hear you come in. Yeah, I know. You were too busy doing whatever you were doing. Don't clink the link check, it's a redraw. Don't worry about it, Ogre. It's fine. Funny, but fine. Oh, that reminds me. Did I read the story for today? Not yet. And we have to go check out our social media as well. Because why not? That's the thing. Hey, different picture for him. Battlefield 4. Huh? That's old. Ooh. Right. Bad traffic at Yale Street, avoid. Could really use a good cup of tea right now. Like how to make your time more fun. Tons of things to think about every day. It's sometimes scary how so many things come into factor as you make a decision. It shouldn't be that hard, right? Oh, choices are the hardest things ever. Strawberry hair? Is this person just writing poetry now? Oh, okay. Strawberry hair. Put my heart on your charm bracelet. Wear it on your sleeve. So anytime, anywhere, you can always count on my heartbeat. Lock my phone with your fingertips. Leave your fingerprints on mine. With my power off button, keep me away from the world. Just the two of us. Remind me. You press the enter key twice to put some space in my poem. So you can have enough room to dance between my words. We don't need a grand ballroom for our chests to collide. You said my kitchen is big enough to let Beethoven fill the room with Fur-Elise. The melody you composed for Lady Therese, so Therese can play his feelings simply, still pretty. Like your nightgown fluttering as we spin, like your upside-down frown as we let our touching skin. My brain just went completely out of it there. Speak of our innocence, you can keep your glass slippers to yourself. There's no need for a fairy godmother in our story. You don't have to leave after 12. You'll dance barefoot on my kitchen tiles, or on the grass of your childhood park if you want to. Like Ed Sheeran, our own perfect. Wow, that's actually the first time I see an actual real-world reference that isn't letters that are swapped around. We'll catch our breaths on the park bench when you're too tired. Rest your head on my lap, run my fingers through your hair, let them pick that strawberry scent. And down to your blushing cheek to paint your nickname Strawberry Hair. But only if you let me do all that. If you don't, I'd settle with your strawberry taste in my memory. I'll keep it in my breast pocket, so if you ever leave, I know which jacket I should stop wearing. So strawberry can still taste like a sweet thing for me. Let's not think about either of us leaving, shall we? Whatever will happen, right now you are my strawberry taste. My one and only race where my ego doesn't mind losing. Right now, you are forever my safe place. You can have my promise that I will always be your safe place. I said that to many girls before, so it's an empty shack. But if you try to reside there and if you like it, you can stay. You already got the key anyway, even before I gave it to you. If you like it, if you like me, ask me to make it your retirement home. If you do, I'll build you a pier so you can rest your ship ashore. With a lighthouse. So I can light your way in case you want to set sail again. That being said, Strawberry Hair, I'm hoping you've had enough sails already and are finally ready to settle in. Interesting. They're definitely going more poetry than actual, like, paragraph stories. It's kind of cute. Hey, Hyde. Go ahead and get yourself a drink. I can wait. I'll stick here for a while anyway until Lua properly gets off work. Alright then. Did you hear me, Artemis? Spicy is the name of the game. Any preference on the spice or base? Nope, just make sure it's got a spicy kick or something, then double it. Ooh. Spicy, so that would be ginger. Alright. See if he likes it this time. I felt up for a challenge, so try this. You don't like hibiscus in this, you never will. Mm-hmm. Let's see if you crack the hide code. Well, this is kind of troublesome, Artemis. You know me a little too well. Ah, so I take it this works for you? This is perfectly executed Zobo if I ever tasted one. Glad to see you've made good use of your ginger resupply. So you knew I couldn't get it right last time. Forgive an old man his old man jokes. Anyhow, this is the only acceptable way to drink hibiscus. I used to have a friend in Lagos who made me Zobo like this, every time I visited. She lived near the harbor. We would sit down and drink it and watch the boats float by. That sounds lovely. She was a good friend. She isn't anymore? Aw. When you've got a vampire's lifespan, friends come and go. That's sad. You get used to it. Isn't this where you say something about enjoying each moment even more? Or grief being the price you pay for love? I'm afraid it's a lot more mundane than that. Some things you forget, and for others, you just get better at moving on. Anyway, speaking of enjoying the moment, your family troubles have sorted themselves out, yes? Still on the marriage track? Yeah, we are. We definitely are. Mm-hmm. Not getting too bored? Not really. Turns out planning a wedding is, well, suitably entertaining. That's one way of putting it. Can't wait to be at the marriage stage of it, to be honest. You sound any less enthusiastic? Hey, here they go again. Good to see that some things don't change. Uh-oh. And such a dramatic backdrop, too. You should start serving popcorn, Artemis. I'd be more enthusiastic if we didn't fight about it every single time. He's got a point. No, I'm not engaging with this right now. I've got to go to work anyway. Right. And I'm going to have a drink. Bye, Artemis. Bye, Hyde. See ya. Hyde is a bastard, but he's a fun bastard. What can I make you, Mr. Bailey's? I think something warm, sweet, and comforting, please. A hot chocolate, perhaps? Yes, chocolate with honey and milk could work. Chocolate, honey, milk. Yeah, he definitely seems like he needs it. There we go, a Chocobi Miruku for you. Perfect. This feels so good, Artemis. Means a lot that you're always looking out for all of us. On a miserable night like this, it's heartwarming. But of course, you're our valued customers. That hand, though. Let's see. I just found a missing photo album of my childhood, and I can only wish you can see how cute I am as a kitten. Aww. Oh. There we go. I hope Lua didn't get too soaked. You do care a lot about her. Of course I do. Then why all the fighting? You tell me. This wedding is bringing out the worst in us. Since we sorted out the situation with my family. You mean since you cut them off? Yeah, since I stopped talking to their judgmental faces. Lou and I haven't fought about anything. Until now. Every time we try to organize this thing, it's like we could become different people. Let me ask you something. Go ahead. What do you want from this wedding? How do you mean? It's not complicated. I'm just asking what you want. You close your eyes and picture the day. What do you see? Honestly, I have no clue. I know Lua is there, but that's about it. That's not a bad start, in truth. But if you don't have specific expectations, why don't you just let her do what she wants? Not wrong, honestly. Make it sound so easy. I want her to have what she wants. That's exactly what I've been trying to achieve. I've been picking up on everything she's liking on Tomodachi. Every wedding picture she's pinning online. All the places she finds cool, all the fashion designers she follows. She deserves to have all that to have a special day. But every time I make a suggestion, she won't hear of it. She says it's too much, too expensive, too this, too that. Is it too much, too expensive? That's not the point. I don't want her to have a shabby wedding, just because I'm estranged from my family. I want her to have what she wants, what she deserves. A proper princess wedding. Thing is, he's placing the expectation of what he thinks she wants onto her, and it might not be what she wants at all. This is causing a lot of friction. You're a remarkably presumptuous young man, Mr. Hyde. No, that's alright. I know Hyde helped Lua back in the day. If he's got something to say, I want to hear it. Good, because I was going to say it whether you like it or not. Oh boy. You're sitting here going on about everything Lua should want, as if you could know what's in someone else's heart. Even when you love someone, no, especially when you love someone, you should never presume to know what they need. Lua is the only one who can tell you what Lua wants. That's exactly the problem. When I ask her, she always says she doesn't know. Then give her time to figure it out. It's not going to help if you pressure her with 1,000 suggestions a minute, or if you try to force her into some sort of princess wedding, just to make you feel good about yourself. He's not wrong. What if it takes so long that we reach old age, and we're still not married? If you reach old age and you're still together, married or not, I think that counts as a win. And since we're talking about taking some time, you should also use that time to figure out what you want. Otherwise, the best you'll get is a wedding, based on your skewed idea of what Lua's wedding should be. That sounds pretty sad to me. He's completely, blunt, but he isn't wrong. Well, that wasn't pleasant to hear, Elise. But it also wasn't wrong. Give her time and figure out what I want, huh? Sounds so simple. Should have thought about that before, I guess. You're not bad at this tough love thing, are you, Hyde? Perhaps I should consider a career in couples counseling. That doesn't sound nearly as much fun as modeling, doesn't it? Modeling gets old after a while. I thought you were having a good time in LA. I was, until I wasn't. I'm moving to Seattle, in fact. I kept my contract with the agency just in case, but there aren't many modeling jobs to be had here. Really? What are you going to do then? Go back to my Mafia dwarf buddies, of course. I hope that's a joke. Come on, I'm obviously kidding. Are you? Who? I wouldn't go back to them, I'd go back to being chased by them. Oh boy. Besides, I checked in on them and everyone I used to find entertaining has retired now. Meanwhile, their grandkids manage the whole enterprise. Like it's some sort of startup. Are we seriously talking about the Mafia right now? That's for me to know, and for you to wonder about. Mr. Hyde likes to play a little. Guilty as charged. I can't help it. When I see an earnest face, I have to tease it. I'll take that as a compliment. But also, what's wrong with managing things like a startup? That sounds like a pretty efficient approach, right? You young people. Impatient in business like you're impatient in love. Efficiency isn't everything. I have all the time in the world. I don't care if things are done fast. I want them done right. Maybe you should go into slow fashion. Or fine arts. You paint with oils, that'll take some proper time. Fine arts were the first thing I got good at a few centuries ago. But my style isn't trendy nowadays. Too much chiaroscuro lighting. I don't know what that is. Probably butchered the word. And putting blue in skin tones isn't novel anymore. If you're insinuating that you're Rembrandt... Shh. My Mafia buddies find out I'll be in trouble. You're always joking around, Hyde. But for all that you don't sugarcoat your advice. Hey, Barcode, it's going fine. Having a bit of a quiet, chilled, and relaxed night with some coffee talk too. Hope you're doing well. But for all that you don't sugarcoat your advice, you're a pretty great listener. I hope you also have some people who listen to you. I'm moving here to be closer to them. What was that? Nothing. Ooh. I believe your phone's ringing. Ah, it's Lua. She's done with work for the day, finally. In a hurry to leave, Mr. Bailey's? No, not at all. But I am looking forward to going home. And keep bickering? I don't think so. I had an epiphany just now. Must be something in the drink. I'm going to leave the topic alone for a little while. Good elf. Enjoy your night then. I think I will. Thanks, Hyde. And thanks, Artemis. Of course. Have a good night, Mr. Bailey's. Mr. Hyde, what was it about the Mafia and modeling and fine arts? Are you genuinely considering a career change? All I'm considering right now is whether my car got nicked. I know old man Georgie said this area is safe, and it's a bit of a pile of junk, but it's a pile of junk with sentimental value. I sense a story. It's quite a story indeed. But I'll make it short because it's getting pretty late. I got this car many moons ago, back when Gala was my bodyguard. I had been stuck in Seattle for a while, working day in and day out. At some point I decided that I needed a proper break. But, you know Gala, he's a bit of a stickler for the rules. There was no way I could have a night out in the middle of a big job. Not on his watch. So you slipped his watch? Aha, you know me well, Artemis. Some friends and we decided to get together. I was to provide the ride, they provided the entertainment. I did the usual thing. I waited until Gala was sound asleep, and I left a pile of pillows under the duvet, light-shaped. This is actually my first time playing this one. I played the first one a few times. So it was years ago, so having gone through that previously now before was really nice. Like, the writing is really cool. I adore the characters. And so far I'm quite enjoying this one as well. Like, the writing is great, so I'm curious to see what they do with the new Coffee Talk game. I'm really curious to see how that's gonna go. Like, if they're still gonna have the same warm, welcoming atmosphere that this game has. And I snuck out of the hotel room. Didn't realize there was going to be a new one till yesterday. I saw it at the Nintendo thing. I don't know if it was just the Direct or I don't know what the shows are called, but a friend of mine was watching it and I watched it with them and I saw that they were talking about it. I was like, oh, I need to play this one before I get to that. I really need to play it. So here we are. Apparently I'm nice to listen to while reading, so we treat Coffee Talk days as me doing story time. A very strange experience. There was only one problem. Gala was my chauffeur as well. He had your car keys. He had my car keys. And I wasn't about to poke the bear wolf. Very much. So I went to the nearest dealership and got the cheapest car I could find. I only intended to keep it for the night, you see. I'll spare you the details, but my friends and we drove to a lovely spot with a view for the sort of action which I admit might appear ambiguous from the outside, but to me was very enjoyable indeed. We were right in the thick of it when suddenly we hear a tap on the window. Let me guess, that was Gala, the wolf himself. He peers inside, then he starts banging on the door so hard the whole car is shaking. We all just kind of freeze, and then he says, "How dare you kidnap Mr. Hyde?" Oh no, opens the door and tosses my dates outside. Oh. Hyde. Mr. Hyde, you're not winding me up, are you? Oh, Artemis, I wish. At least you can laugh about it now. Sorry, it still sends me into a fit just thinking about it. The princess carried me out of the car, if you can believe that. That's a conscientious bodyguard if I ever heard of one. Right? Truly earning his yearly bonus. I didn't even have a chance to explain the situation. At least not until he removed my gag. What? Oh, there is so much kinky shit happening. Kala acted like he was angry, but in reality he was mortified. If not as mortified as my dates, whom I had to pick out of the grass. Poor Kala. It's Artemis. I see where your allegiance lies. Personally, I say poor me. I never saw those lovely friends again after that fiasco. But I couldn't be angry at Gala even then. In fact, I found his chivalry rather charming. He didn't seem to find my antics quite as charming, though. He had woken up, hadn't found me, and was already suspecting the worst. And that was before he discovered me in a strange car in the middle of nowhere, in a compromising position. I think he was truly terrified on my account. So he stopped talking to me for a few weeks. That doesn't sound unfair. I suppose it wasn't. He also wouldn't give me my car keys back. I got stuck with this old thing you can see outside. The worst of it is, if you can believe it, I decided as a grand gesture to chauffeur him around in it. Oh my soul. He stopped sulking really quickly after that. I suspect he wasn't a huge fan of my driving. Anyhow, I decided to keep the car in the end for whatever reason. My car collection has had some serious turnover. This one isn't going anywhere. I must have replaced everything inside it a dozen times over, and it's very banged up, but I guess I've grown fond of it by now. We're both a little stuck in time, this car and I. You're rather more sentimental than I thought, Mr. Hyde. Sentimental, hmm? That's what you took away from that story? But I suppose you're right. Good thing it's only us here. I can plausibly deny this conversation ever took place. Still, the rain has stopped and this is my cue to go. Before I lose all my remaining cred. I hope the car is safe and sound. So do I. And Artemis? Yes? Ah, nothing. Have a good night. Good night, Mr. Hyde. And safe journey home. That was nice. It was actually nice getting a little more backstory on his life. Yeah, that was interesting. Oh yeah. The rise and fall of Weirdstein box offices, a brief history. Sold out, replica astronaut suits experienced an extreme increase in sales. Oh boy. First wave of visa applications to Europe rejected for failure to include passport signatures. Oh god. That's a silly mistake. I hope the power hiccups didn't affect the machine too much. This is a very slow start. Alright. While that's going, let's see what's up on here. Anything new? Nothing over there. Road construction on Leonora Avenue. Trucker fell asleep and crashed near the 4th Ave. No casualties, but quite the property damage. Reckon you want to avoid the area for the moment. That's cute. Hey, Sassy, how are you doing? I wonder how everyone's doing. Does everything happen for a reason or nah? Happiness like a cup of coffee. Hey, this might not help, but do you want to listen to me for a little bit? I want to tell you what happiness is like to me. To me, and maybe it is only to me, I see happiness like a cup of coffee. Makes you feel good, energized, ready to take on the world. But that's not the point I want to make. It's about how many different kinds of coffee there are in the world, and how many different ways of making a cup of coffee. Still with me? Okay, so there are so many kinds of coffee, you know? And I'm not even talking about the type of beans and whatnot. You know, there are coffees you can get in a convenience store in convenient cans, pop it and you're ready to go. There are also coffees that are more special, made with more care. The ones made in cafes by cute baristas with pretty smiles. There are even more special coffees, the ones you can only find in certain places in certain circumstances. The one you know you can only taste once in your life, yet you wish you could have it forever. But that's not how life goes, right? There's happiness you know you'll part with, happiness you'll never get to taste again. That's the thing. You shouldn't cry over a cup of coffee. You're supposed to remember the taste fondly, hoping someday that you can have something just like that. Something better even. You'll live your life in search of that better taste of coffee. Once you do, you'll realize that there are thousands and thousands of coffees in this world, with 1,000 ways of brewing them. See? That is how I see happiness. But hey, since you're still here, want in on a secret? It might take many tries before you get it right, and you might lose many things to achieve it, but in my opinion, the best coffee in the world, the best happiness we can have, is the one we make ourselves. Oh, I'd say that's just a very interesting way of the writer trying to describe what they see happiness as. It wasn't a bad one, it was a bit of a weird choice of comparison, but I can see where they were trying to go with it. It was kind of nice. Ah, here we go. Right in the nick of time. Oh. Welcome, you two. Of course you go with the anime mode. Degenerate. It's a relief to see you safe and sound. Artemis. Yes, we're also very relieved. It was a little scary last time. He analyzed the events of the evening and found them 31.245% frightening and 68.755% distasteful. Yeah, these two are awesome. Leaving in such a hurry is not an experience we care to repeat. Hopefully this will be a quieter evening. Yes, that is our wish. Anyhow, greetings are customary in cafes, bars, and restaurants, are they not? Therefore, good evening. But even if in reality it should be good night. We find that very strange. Have they been banging it? No, as far as I know they're still looking. That good evening is a way to say hello, but good night is a way to say goodbye. Is this assuming that you never start an encounter at night? Because that theory would appear to be empirically wrong. For example, this is the second time we meet, Earthchild, and both times have been at night. Our 100% sample does not bear out the aforementioned premise. Additionally, the very concepts of evening and morning seem only marginally... Amanda? Yes, what is it? The little finger thing! I think Artemis tried to interject a couple of times. Forgive me if I'm mistaken, Artemis. No, it's alright. I didn't have anything important to say. The truth is, I'm not sure why our greetings have a circadian rhythm. Earthlings are creatures of habit, I suppose. They get attached to certain ways of language, and often don't question the actual meaning of words. Yes, at least in this particular case, no one's getting hurt. Since I arrived here, I've observed that some thoughtless uses of language can have a much more painful effect. Oh, indeed. We see and we agree. We apologize for interrupting you, Artemis. Don't worry about it. Communicating without a hive connection is rather challenging. Besides, we have been in a somewhat heightened mental state. We have been finding Earth quite curious. Extraordinary, even. We are keen to absorb as much information as we can during our visit here. It seems to us our siblings who previously visited Earth came back with findings of a rather superficial nature. We're excited to gather data that will advance the science of Earth studies. Our return to the hive will be triumphal. Of course, we do not do such things for the glory. Still, we are looking forward to seeing our work recognized. So, are you a scholar, Miss Amanda? Yes, that is a good equivalence of what we are. We specialize in data gathering and analysis of poorly charted territories. That sounds very impressive. Sounds like a scout. The DGAPCT is much less impressive than our siblings' mission. Silver is an explorer and adventurer. He is deserving of respect, and his mission to find a prospective partner is of the utmost importance. Ah yes, the quest for banging. Still a perspective, huh? No progress on that front, I take it? Well, I wouldn't quite say that. Very intriguing. You're always a professional, Artemis. You rarely ask direct questions. But I think you're a little curious about the gossip, right? What gossip? Gossip is information about what goes on in other people's lives. Oh, we see. So it's like data on individual beings then? Yes, that sounds right. You love gossip. What is wrong with it? Nothing at all, and I would love to listen to yours. But let me at least make you a drink first. We must consider our choice of drink carefully. We suggest our sibling goes first. Are you ready to order, Silver? I have an idea, yes. Can we expect an interesting new recipe? You're a barista yourself now, after all. Barista? Am I? Oh, you mean the cafe. Yes, you mentioned you were opening one, didn't you? I love the finger guns in this one. Yeah, they are very expressive with their hands, these two. Like, it's cute to watch it, actually. Yes, you mentioned you were opening one, didn't you? I am, after a fashion. But I'm not focusing on drink menus just yet. Also intriguing. I promise I'm not just withholding information, Artemis. But things are a little complicated. Is it alright if we start with a drink? I'll try my best to explain everything afterwards. Sounds good to me. Then I think I'd like something simple tonight. Sup, you? How are you doing? Welcome to a very calm and relaxing evening. Do you remember the first drink I ordered when I came here years ago? Wasn't it a coffee-based drink? It was a coffee drink, and I think you mentioned it was very bitter. Bitter and tart, right? Yes, I think that's right. A bitter and tart coffee drink. I actually kind of remember what you had. It was coffee and lemon. I'm actually gonna give him the card of this dude so that he's aware of it. What is... I got it off the agent here last time he was here. This is quite something. Thank you, Artemis, truly. Can't know how much it helps, but it really does. Don't mention it. I thought, you know, maybe you'd find a way to put it to good use. I'm sure I can figure something out. You seem to have grown quite creative over the months. I guess I have somewhat. I'll let you know how this plays out in the end. Thank you again. Here's a black lemon for you, Silver. This certainly looks like what I had in mind. And it tastes interesting. It's very minimal, yet strong. Very enjoyable. I think I might prefer sweeter things, but I'm glad I tried this one. You know, I second what Miss Amanda said last time. You feel the same in some ways, yet also very different. I don't know. I do think that everyone keeps changing all the time. Maybe we feel like our personalities make sense because we see ourselves in hindsight. And the truth is, we make ourselves up as we go along. That is an insightful theory, Silver. You have grown wiser. You used to be a rather youthful and innocent part of the hive. Oh, well, I've had to learn and adapt here. I wonder if black coffee with lemon actually tastes good. It's fine, it's not bad. Usually I kind of prefer tea and lemon. But I have tried coffee and lemon before. It's not bad at all. It has been a couple of years after all. But despite all that, and considering what I said about people changing all the time, I don't think I have changed all that much. In fact, it's as if I've been becoming a little more me every day. Just revealing myself. Speaking of that, we meant to ask. How did you choose a specific Earthling appearance over another? Our observation is that Earthlings come in a great many varieties, with a near infinity of combinations. You run a random generation algorithm? Oh, no, it wasn't random at all. Even if at first it wasn't a conscious process, I chose the way I look because it felt true to who I am. When I first started coming to this cafe, I had a hard time understanding this world and its rules. But there were already some things that I could relate to. Some things that felt familiar. Like Hyde's eyes that always see beyond the surface, or Gala's outfit, which is a sign of kindness and trust. I borrowed those traits from them without even realizing. You took inspiration from them. Yes, our species seem to have the ability to do that. But Gala's fashion I couldn't keep after all. Came with responsibilities. People stopped me all the time to ask me for medical advice. I can see how that would be problematic. Yes, but then I found this fictional universe where all the stories take place in the stars. So I changed my outfit to imitate theirs. Oh, Star Trek. At some point it all came together. One morning I saw myself in the mirror and I felt right. Like the way I looked matched who I was. It made me feel at peace. So although I look different from now from when we first met, and although I've learned the ways of this world a bit and have grown a bit, in many ways I still feel the same. Different but the same. Yes, different but the same. It makes sense to us. It really does. Oh, is this Laurel? No, this is from Pearl. Still no news from Midge. We think the odds are now 84.308% that she is phantoming you. You mean ghosting? We mean phantoming, as in when you think you hear a sound, but your ears are merely playing a trick on you. We thought we had established a hive connection with Midge, but it was only a phantom sound after all. Anyhow, what is Pearl saying? That her calendar might clear up soon if I want to meet up. Ooh, silver. It sounds like things are going very well indeed. I think it may be time I tell you a little bit about this. But we wish to order a drink as well. Oh, of course, I'm so sorry. Go ahead, Amanda. What? Our apologies, but the machines are having issues today. Well, I'll let you know as soon as it's working. Curious that Earth drink-making skills are so refined. It's so unreliable. This is a land of contradictions. Sure is. But do carry on, sibling. Right, so I've been relying on Amanda to help me with the online part of online dating. And it's been working really well. Huh? On average. There have also been some small issues. Earthlings are strange. Online dating has a reputation for emphasizing that, yes. Some Earthlings express their interest, but when you say hello, they never answer back. While in real life, saying hello is a starter for 99.845% of conversations. It seems that online, more humorous or breeding-oriented openers are favored. However, if an opener is entirely horned, it is considered out of bounds and angrily dismissed. Horned? Yes, that is when the prospective partners send you close-up pictures of their horns. Oh. Huh. People do that? Oh yes. I think I'll be fine after a bit of conversation. If we get into the mood and they ask me first, I'd probably say yes. Those can be really pretty, you know. But it feels very strange when that's the first thing they do. Before they even write a single word, I can imagine. And then sometimes Earthlings express interest, but after reading a joke that is statistically funny 99.908% of the time, answer with a sad face and block communications. Funny for you 99.90% of the time. Yes. Fortunately, online dating is governed by the law of large numbers, which favors persistence. You're patient. Man has been spending a lot of time on the app, and it started to work out. I'm now having conversations with some really nice people, especially Pearl. We prefer Laurel. Her facial features are more symmetrical, but Silver seems to favor the asymmetrical Earthling. It's just, she sounds like a really good person. She's a communications director for a charity that fights homelessness. Cares about other people a lot. I don't think she's very lucky in return. But she's very funny and curious of everything, and her smile... Please desist. You can sense your hormones boiling. What the hell? Oh my god. Well, that's something. And she's the person you might be getting a date with. I really hope so. Do you have a day and time for your date? No. This is on a different topic. Please excuse me. Aw. Puns are fun. No, they're not. So, I take it you've been enjoying your time on Earth, Miss Amanda. Or not? No, we have been enjoying it. But we also see the limits of it. How do you mean? We are a hive mind. A hive mind knows no boundaries or limitations. We share all our thoughts and desires. It's not difficult for us to connect. And we are born connected. But Earthlings are guarded. They have complex emotions, and they have no means of truly knowing what anyone else feels. That makes them afraid of judgment and of hurt. It must be very difficult or painful for them to connect deeply. There is so much they must let go of first. That's no lie. You cannot live like that. You say that online networks were like a hive. Like a hive, but not a true hive. A true hive requires honesty and directness, as well as a desire to deeply understand others. I see. You don't think you could ever adapt the way Silver has? Silver is different. Even when he was a part of us, we could sense him looking outwards. That is why he's become such an amazing explorer, and that is why he made the effort to learn Earthlings' code and behaviors. He did not just want to understand, he wanted to experience. We are not like him. We like to seek knowledge on what is different from us, but once we have the knowledge, we are satisfied. Uncovering it and bringing it back is what makes us happy. This is curious. It seems we are picking up some Earthling instincts after all. It is a good thing that our data readings here should soon be complete. Makes it sound like a bad thing. And Silver's on his way to getting a date. It would appear so. Amanda, we have to go. What? Again? That call was bad news. The agent... Too late. Just hide behind the counter, quick! Good evening, Mr. Agent. We apologize, but our machine has been having issues. We cannot serve drinks at the moment. You know very well I'm not here for the drinks. I'd rather not involve any more civilians in this, though. Oh, you mean me? I'm sorry, but can't whatever this is wait for another night? I haven't finished my drink yet, and it looks like rain again outside. Well, here's something that can't wait for starters. Barista, did you happen to find an ID card lying around? ID card? Not that I can recall, no. I certainly hope you're telling the truth. Mr. Agent, you seem to always doubt me. You've been here several times already. Surely you should see by now that I'm not lying. Well, you're awfully good at avoiding straight answers, and losing an ID card sounds very troublesome. Back when I worked at a delivery center, they would make us pay a lot to replace lost ID cards. Ugh, that's not even the start of it. My job is a lot less forgiving than a delivery center. I'm very sorry to hear that. What's your job exactly? We uncover illegal aliens and extradite them. Which is why I've been coming here in the first place. I keep getting tips that there have been alien sightings around this cafe. Speaking of which, have you noticed anything out of the ordinary, young man? Oh my goodness. I can't say that I have. I don't come here all that often. But it's always seemed very above board to me. Are you sure the tips aren't a prank? It seems that young people enjoy those as a pastime. There are very popular videos of them online. Maybe it is, but I still have to investigate properly. Otherwise, my superiors will have my head on a platter. But you can't waste your time on a cold trail either. Surely your superiors will see that you've done your best. I doubt that. They're a bit obsessed with the alien situation. Obsessed? Is it really that big an issue? Well, having such unusual elements around disturbs the public peace. Your average Joe has no clue what to make of them, you know? Makes people feel unsettled. I see. Although the visible aliens aren't bad from where I've been standing, at least we can identify and extract them. Aliens who try to pass for Earthlings are a bigger problem. Why so? For one, it just muddies things. No matter how much they try to look like Earthlings, they were born aliens, and aliens they will remain. But now they're aliens who don't look like aliens. What does that mean, you know? And where does it stop? What if some Earthlings decided they want to look like aliens? That would be a huge mess. Would it? Anyway, the top brass insists that we go after them. And in the end, that makes my job a lot harder. All that time spent detecting them. Be a good spacesuit-wearing alien any day, you know? Uh-oh. Oh, but don't worry about a thing. We at FRE always find a way to keep the public safe. Good lord. I see. So how do you go about detecting them exactly? That one's easy. Once I have my suspicions, I check their ID. Makes it all clear, right? Right. Do wonder though, what is it? I'm sorry if I'm being too curious. I have a habit of putting my foot in my mouth. No, you're good. No harm in asking. In that case, what is it that makes aliens so very different? There are all sorts of people living here. They all have different personalities, different looks. And for me, when I walk through the streets of Seattle, and I see that no two people are alike, I'll admit that makes me very happy. So if someone comes from further away, but they feel an Earthling at heart, they really were more different from the people who live in the city? And the people in the city are different from each other? Or would they just be another version of an Earthling? Perhaps no less beautiful? At the end of the day, who the heck knows? It's not like I can afford to spend time pondering it. I don't have a dog in this fight, so to speak. Thing is, the law is the law, and my job is to uphold it. Right, but despite everything you said, it's still unclear to me why the law is so stringent against aliens. Oh well, it's not so much that the law is stringent against them, it's more that there's no law for them. How do you mean? Well, at this point, we have treaties and codes for all the races we know of, right? But we never made a treaty with the aliens or anything resembling it. There's no law even acknowledging their existence. I didn't know that. But why is that a problem? That's easy. We have no way to regulate their presence. There has been no thorough analysis of how they can cohabitate with Earthlings. As I said, it's all very confusing. For all we know, they could be very damaging to us. So it feels safer to keep them away, at least for now. Safer for whom? It is what it is. I'm not afraid of aliens myself. And going after them is not my biggest passion. But since I'm doing this job, might as well aim for a promotion. In a way, it feels like he's kind of stuck himself and just... he's doing what he's being told to do even if he doesn't quite believe in it, or doesn't have much of a stake in it. Can't help but feel for him. Anyhow, just call us at FRE if you spot any aliens, alright? You seem like an honest sort, unlike some other people. Some other people who should learn to be more straightforward, if they want their business to stay in business. Ugh. Uh-oh! What was that? Just the coffee machine. It seems to have restarted now. That's a relief. Right. I think I'm still going to conduct a search of the premises. Just to be on the safe... Meow! Uh-oh. What the heck is this? If I'm not mistaken, this is a local cat. It's come over once before. Looks like it might be hiding from another stray. Very cute. Good kitty. I think it likes you. What sort of place is this? With your fiddling machine and your weird pets. Now it looks like I have an emergency elsewhere. Well, I guess you're off the hook for now, you and your cafe. But make sure I don't get such reports about you anymore. We will try our best, Mr. Agent. Yeah. Okay. It's a bit of a weird situation. Silver, you're trembling. That's alright. You can come out now, I think, Amanda. Well, we found this experience 100% distasteful. Actually, it was 40.235% distasteful, 20.834% scary, and 38.931% exciting. Huh. She's weird, but she's funny. I apologize, this is just nerves. We are truly sorry for this disturbance. It's not your fault at all. But, should you be sticking around here, the agent might come back. No, I'll alert him away at least for now. You did? Although it's a good thing the little cat came in when it did. It bought us some precious minutes. What sort of earthling are you? We see. You? Speak cat? You can feel this earthling's intent better than usual. It is expressing it clearly. It wishes to rest and be left alone. I feel a lot of sorts. Is the machine really working again? It is indeed. Then make us a drink and one for Silver as well. The same one should be fine for both. Just make it hot and comforting, and what would you like, sibling? I think I need some sweetness right now. I would really appreciate a hot, very sweet, very comforting drink. Alright, let's see what we can make. Well, if it's gonna be comforting, it's chocolate, and sweet is gonna be honey. Here you go, plenty of sweetness in this. This tastes amazing. Thank you, Artemis. This really is my kind of drink. It is very thick, is it not? The viscosity of this seems to be nearing 10,000 CPS. Jesus. I like how different this experience is from the drink you served us the other night. I'm impressed though, Silver. You've become quite savvy at navigating these situations. Even if I'm sure you'd rather avoid them altogether. Yes, I would definitely prefer to avoid them. But I need to get used to them anyway. Why? The agent doesn't know you've come from outer space. Surely you should be off the hook for now. It's more complicated than that. Oh, that reminds me. Let me check this before the day ends. Okay, that's the black lemon. I was thinking out loud because a lot of things happened lately, so I was just processing it so as if I was insensitive. Reason? Why are you threatening people on Tomodachi? Darling, I could be behind your neck without you realizing it. What makes you think I actually need permission to enter a building? Oof. Oh. We got Amanda's full thing. And Silver's. Artemis, you know the cafe I said I'm opening? Yes. Well, it's not exactly like this cafe. In fact, it's not exactly a cafe at all. For the past few months, it's been the basis of operations for SAVE. Save? SAVE, Society for Aliens and Various Extraterrestrials. Wow. I know, it sounds very reckless. No, it sounds rather admirable. I think I underestimated you. I don't know. But you see why I've had to become savvy, as you said? I have a lot of people depending on me now. Those who are just arriving to Earth and are confused and scared. Those who have adopted Earthling appearances are trying to blend in. Those who are learning how to understand life here. And how to understand themselves. For all of them, it's an existential matter. Not everyone is meant to be a hive mind. No, I wasn't. No offense, Amanda. You're not offended. We've always known you were different from us. It's all the same to us. You're our sibling, whether you live as the Hive or as an Earthling. Aw, that's so cute. That's adorable. Amanda, I really do love you. What is love? That is not a conversation I think I can have right now. I'll explain it to you tomorrow, okay? After we both have a rest. We will remind you of it. I know you will. I think I'm getting a little tired now. Is it right if we go back? Absolutely. Our energy is also 98.429% depleted. Silver, is there anything we can do to help? No, I don't think so. Thank you for offering, really. But you have a different part to play in all this. And you've been playing it very well. You're very kind. Well, in that case, have a good night, the two of you. Please come again soon. You will always be welcome here. Us and many others. We know, and we're grateful. Good night, Artemis. I'd say good night to the cat, but I don't think it needs my wishes. Oh, it's passed out. Good night, Artemis. See? Now we can use good night. We find it rather odd that maybe we should continue this chat while we walk. Alright. I'm curious about the cat, though. I don't think that's a normal cat. What a night. This has been a great deal more animated than we bargained for. And I suppose we have a new four-legged friend now. I wonder what you're doing here, little one. Don't you have a home? Sorry, I didn't mean to wake you up. Oh. Well, I guess it's time for you to let me close shop. But Silver, it's an honor to be related to someone like you. What? Oh. Interesting. Very interesting. We know from the end of the first game that our character is a time traveler. So I'm very curious what is going on. This is incredibly fun. Like, it's pulling my interest. Curbing recent security breaches. Government to block data leakers' websites. First Workaholics Treatment Center to open in 2024. No phone, no laptop, just rest. Sounds fun. Plot thickens, oh yeah. Beachgoers report silver algae blooming on Alki Beach. Alright. Before we do anything else, let's check out this. This first, and then we check out the new thing. Hey, she updated her picture. Today's delivery cutoff time, 3 p.m, no night shift. Yeah, at the end of the first game, there's like a bonus scene afterwards that basically says your character is a time traveler. So it's been interesting. It's coming together, I can't believe it, it's gonna be so good. Busy all day, don't forget to drink water. Having an ocean fish as a pet is so hard, especially living in a city such as Seattle, but it feels nice to have someone depend on you, know? Hey, VR. Do you think VR would really take off in the future? I personally can't use it for very long, but maybe that's just me. So she's 100. She's a 10, but about to marry a freelancing elf. Wow. Alright, so Riona's got a new picture. That's a nice one, actually. We sump for the Banshee. Oh, looks like a normal story. Good lord. 7th of July by the Magpie Bridge. She looked so pretty in her rented hemp-patterned yukata. It's such a shame that it was raining tonight. I wondered if the renting place would charge more if we were to return the clothing somewhat damp. I felt bad for insisting we dress the traditional way for the Tanabata festival. That mundane thought immediately went away when I saw her. Looking as if she came straight out of Makoto Shinkai movies. It was all worth it. If they charged extra, I'd shove my life savings at the lady who owned the renting place. She looked like dreams and it was worth it. She looked like a dream and it was worth it. That my brain is just correcting stuff. Her with a yukata and umbrella and my heart and all. Too bad that Altair and Vega couldn't meet tonight with all this rain, hmm? Oh, you remember the story. Good. Meanie, I do listen to your astrology stories, you know. Astronomy, but thank you for being there for my stories, milady. Under our transparent convenience store umbrella, we shared whatever lovers share under the rain in their own world. The shrine we went to was unexpectedly full, despite being a bit tainted by the rain and the puddles it creates. We had to line up in a small queue for our wishes, but that stretch of time was easily filled with small talk as lovers like to have. She hid her paper when I tried to peek at her wishes. Cute. As if she wasn't going to ask me to hang it on the highest spot on the bamboo trees. Hey, next year, can we come here again? We were on our walk back to our hotel when she began. Her voice was a bit too soft, sunk under the noise of the rain made. I'd be thrilled, but don't you want to use your long vacations to go somewhere else you haven't been? Nah, I like it here. Here, the moon looks so pretty. Really? It's raining though, I can't even see the moon. Silly boy. Her grin, prettier than all the full moons I've ever seen in my life. We took our time to walk home slowly. Through the night street, just the two of us. But you know, I'm happy that you think we can still travel the world. That we're still us. I knew I shouldn't say something like that, but it felt like my insecurities got the better of me. Oh, pretty boy, talking about raining on the parade, huh? Sorry, couldn't help it. What if it rains again next year? What if we're not all sunshine and rainbows like we used to be? Well, you know how in your Tanabata story if it's raining, Altair and Vega can't meet each other on the Magpie Bridge. Then the bridge would be like empty, right? She stepped in front of me, still so close under our umbrella. Then whatever happens, if it rains next year, the 7th of July, I'll be waiting for you on the Magpie Bridge with this umbrella, silly. Yeah, that was kind of nice. That was a nice little change. Somehow I feel like it's going to be a long, long night. Or not. Ooh. Good evening. Hey, Artemis. How are you? Not too shabby, I hope. Everything is just fine. You sure? Positive. How about you, sir? How's work? My shift is over, so I'm free now. Nice. That reminds me, Mr. Hyde was here just the other day. Ah, that's right. Thanks for giving them the keycard, by the way. Good call. You saved me $100. Not a Wait, what? A replacement key would have cost me at least that much. With the fines and everything. Oof, I see. Glad Mr. Hyde was around to help then. Yeah. I didn't think he'd be in Seattle, to be honest. Seattle? Jesus, English, hello? Oh, but didn't you call him for his spare key? I did. So... let's just say I had a hunch. There's a pattern to his visits, even if he isn't aware of it. He'll fly here whenever he gets tired of something. It'd be work, life, or simply because he's bored, like with LA recently, or so he says. I see. I never knew he liked Seattle that much. Or there's something that keeps him coming back here. Really? What is it? Take a guess. Ah. Huh. Well, if I have to guess... maybe you? Me? I mean, the two of you are very close. And good bonds are hard to come by these days. I see. Well, he's not someone who's big on attachments. Or so he claims. Is that right? Who knows, maybe that's changing. Because the answer is more or less your coffee shop here. Really? There aren't a lot of places with a good crowd and a warm atmosphere. With an excellent host to boot. And as you just said, good bonds are hard to come by. What's not to like? It would be truly an honor if he felt that way. Did he tell you the reason for his visit? Yeah, he's moving back here, right? Or at least that's the plan. Yes, what a nice surprise. He told me he's got a few things to discuss on that. Well, that's part of why I'm here tonight. Aside from getting myself a hot drink, that is. On that note, I'm so ready to take your order. Much obliged. So Henry told me about this Indonesian ginger drink. It has milk, honey, and a couple of other stuff in it. I think it's called STMJ. I'll have a cup of that. Oh, I remember this one. I think it's milk, honey, and ginger. There we go. One hot drink coming up. Thanks. Artemis, are you sure this much? Wait, isn't it milk, ginger, honey is wrong? I'm really, really sorry. Let me remake it for you. Don't worry about it. I feel like I made the right one though, didn't I? Hold on. I really thought I got the right one there. What the fuck? Yes, I'm that petty about wanting to do it right. Oh, they actually switched this around? Interesting. Okay, skip. Pretty sure it was honey, ginger, and tea. Oh. Never mind, I found it. I did mess up. It's milk, honey, and ginger. Or milk, ginger, and honey. I thought it was, it's fine. But we fix it. Oh, that gotta do all this crap as well again. Nothing there. Do that. That, and that. There we go. Okay. So it's milk, ginger, honey. I honestly thought I got it right. Oh well. One nutritious drink from the archipelago coming up. Thanks a lot. So what's in it again? It's a hot blend of egg, milk, ginger, and honey. The drink's name itself is the ingredients. It says Susutilur made jahe, milk, egg, honey, and ginger. No wonder it sometimes reminds me of eggnog. Albeit spicier and not as rich. But I can see why Henry likes it. It's a great stamina drink. He probably needs it to keep up with Rachel's work. Yes, Chungus. Hi to Chungus's friend. Hope you're doing good. You're probably right. As long as he remembers to take breaks. He told me to tell you his name is Jared. I'll remember that. Hope you're doing well, Jared. Maybe I should invite him for a drink here sometime. What do you think? That would be lovely. And consider it done. You know what? I don't think Hyde will show up tonight. Oh, why is that? When I called him earlier to confirm, he sounded a little annoyed. It's not exactly great outside either. I thought he liked this kind of weather. Him, yes. His car, not so much. That thing wouldn't survive this kind of storm. Now that you mention it, you may be right. I used to drive him that car back in the day. Did he ever tell you how old it is? Yep, gave me the whole backstory of it. Oh. I guess I'm just surprised he still uses it at all. The car clearly holds a special meaning to him. He was also quite sentimental about it. Which makes me wonder if it has anything to do with him moving back here. What do you mean? He lived here before, right? Yeah. And he kept bringing up the past, too. Are you saying his move is motivated by nostalgia? I was going to say homesickness, but I realize that makes no sense. Get what you're trying to say, though. It's a strange longing for times gone by. Considering how fast things are changing these days. Maybe even too fast. Which is ironic, really. What is? Live long enough, you'll realize the only constant in life is change itself. Things like shifting necessities, curveballs the world throws at you, decay. Just stuff we have to deal with indefinitely. Considering our lifespans, you'd think we'd get used to it at some point. But we never do. Never completely, anyway. I suppose the idea of getting used to change is a paradox in and of itself. That sounds about right. Perhaps nostalgia is like an anchor for dinosaurs like us. Keeps us from losing ourselves to the world's relentless speed. That's actually a good way of looking at it. Get used to these after a while, huh? Pretty much. Oh! Oh, hey there. We meet again. Yes, hello. Oh, my ass is dead in this chair. Excuse me for a moment. Got it? Welcome, Miss Riona. Good evening. I'm meeting up with someone. Oh, okay then. How's your car, by the way? My car? Oh, you mean the tire. There's really no need for concern, as it was an easy fix. Thank you for asking. My pleasure. May I order a cup of Russian tea? Tea, lemon, and honey, I think. Finnish guy's missing wife. What? Oh, no, never mind. Crash it. I mixed it up. Tea, lemon, and cinnamon. There we go. Russian tea for the lady of Russian to deliver. That's a good one. This is perfect, by the way. Thank you. You're welcome. So, who are you mating with, if I may ask? You should know, shouldn't you? After all, you were tasked to give me his contact info. Ah, that's right. So you two did end up connecting after all. We did, yes. But truth be told, I really wasn't sure about contacting him at all. Why is that? Because as far as I'm concerned, there was no real reason for me to do so. Nevertheless, I sent him an email the following night, right after the completion of my final delivery at 3 AM. That's pretty late. A little, but surely no worse than forgetting it altogether. But he replied straight away to my surprise. I had no idea he was such a night owl. Or perhaps just an extremely early bird. Right? I wonder if he ever sleeps. That should be a question for you too, miss. Oops. Anyhow, he answered me with an apology. Regretted his rudeness from when we first met. Which was another surprise, since I didn't think it was such a matter of concern. Well, he did return here the next evening looking for you. Did he? Yep, he said so himself. I see. How peculiar. In any case, we can exchange phone numbers and have... Yeah, we exchanged phone numbers and have been texting ever since. Then he said he wants to meet up and speak in person. Which is why I'm here now. But I'm still not quite sure if it's necessary. I mean, maybe he just wants to chat and hang out? Perhaps. I suppose we'll see. Yeah, so Hyde's not coming tonight. Probably for the best given the circumstances. Is he okay? Yeah, he just wants to take it easy tonight. Understandable. My apologies for these surges. I was hoping it'd become more stable as the days go by, but I need to apologize for something out of your control. That's right, you tried everything you could. I know. Thank you for your understanding. How are you doing, miss? Hey there. Did you manage to resolve your issues with with the children? Sorry? Oh, I mean the hospital admission problem from the other day? Oh, that! For a minute there I thought I had a beef with kids I was unaware of. Sorry for the misunderstanding. No worries, that was funny. It's only been a few days, so not much has changed. How about you? Feeling better? Ah, yes, well, I apologize for the way I acted a few days ago. We all have our bad days, so don't worry about it. Thank you. Ah, while we're on the topic, I told Officer Georgie what happened to your car. Would you mind pointing out where you believe the incident took place? Sure. It was quite near the police station, actually. At a metered spot just outside the now defunct library. Oh, the vacant building at the Bourne intersection? Yes, that's correct. I see. So it was originally a library. You know the area? I know the property, yeah. It's been abandoned for a long time now. But it's a heritage building, so I often wonder why nothing's been done with it. Since it's located in a very populated, culture-centric neighborhood. That's true. There's even an art college nearby, right? And again, I've always found the street a bit odd. Odd how? It's just barren, especially if you consider the area. And the weird thing is, I feel like it wasn't always that way. Feel? Don't you mean remember? Nope, exactly what I said. It's a feeling, not a clear memory. Strange, isn't it? That is odd. Well, there used to be a flea market there a long time ago. Perhaps that is what you were recalling? A flea market, huh? The last time I drove there, I remember seeing nothing but concrete. Oh, wait. There was a single dead tree surrounded by strange trinkets. A dead tree, huh? No idea why I almost forgot about it. It stuck out like a sore thumb. About 8 feet tall, no leaves. It's been there forever too, as far as I know. That hawthorn tree was something of a landmark for us drivers. And the trinkets you spoke of were actually remembrances of sorts. Remembrances. Hold on, I'm just trying to recap a bit here, okay? Sure. Your car was vandalized near a metered parking spot in front of an abandoned library. On a seemingly deserted street within a busy area that has large dead trees surrounded by remembrances for some reason. Sounds right. Except the tree's no longer there. Is it haunted? That's what I'm getting out of this. Oh? Are you serious, Pops? Why wouldn't I be? That is crazy. Good evening, gentlemen. Hey, everyone. Oh boy. I thought it'd be early, but you're already here, lady. Hello. Artemis, for the love of all things holy, tell me my lighter is here. Well, you're in luck because it is. Hot damn, thank goodness. Would you like me to get it for you now? Nah, it's fine. I'm just glad to know it's here. Just bring it with my drink later. Sure, let me know when you're ready to order. Cheers. Well, what's up with you all? What's new? Evening, officer. We were just talking about the spot where Miss Riona's car may have been vandalized. Oh? They got your car too, lady? Yes, but it's not a big issue. Still, sorry you had to experience that. Where did you park your car, miss? I can send you the coordinates if you like. That'd be real swell. Got it. Okay. Oh. Is it within the area you expected, or... Pretty much. The same location where I parked mine a week ago. I see. You can rest assured we already increased patrols in that area. It's great. But I'm the only one doing it at the moment. That sucks. What's that? Am I hearing you, out of all people, doubting my skill, Artemis? No, of course not. I just thought it means an unfortunate increase to your workload. Well, them's the breaks, I suppose. Anyway, give me your strongest espresso, Artemis, and don't forget my lighter. This man's stomach has got to be a mess from all of that caffeine. Because this is just straight coffee. Oh, there it is. Thanks, Artemis. You probably think I'm being silly. What can I say? It's my lucky charm. Yeah. It's borderline superstitious, I know. Don't you have anything of the sort? Well, I have a good reason to be superstitious. Whenever I don't have this with me, things happen. Right. Alright, here comes the strongest espresso in the house. Cheers. Ah, perfect as always. Are you ready to order? Might as well. I'd like something deserty, because it's my cheat day. Sure thing, any specifics in mind? Well, I saw this video of a Spanish hot cocoa drink yesterday. It was so thick I thought it was chocolate sauce. The name also reminded me of a song. For some reason I can't remember the title right now. You know, that sounds oddly familiar. For real? Then I'll have the thick cocoa. It's got milk and a little hot, spicy kick to it. Chocolate, milk, and ginger, I think. Chocolate, milk, ginger. There we go. Here comes a cup of Spanish Sahara for you. Oh, so that's what it's called. As we call it here, at least. Very cool. Let's see if you posted a picture about this. I'm curious. Aww. We do get a little bit more details about Riona, though. Very cool. Then bon appetit. I think this is it. Very tasty. Thanks, Artemis. You're so welcome. So, Pops. Just earlier, you were telling me about your creepy patrolling experience, right? Is it in the same location where the lady's car was? Creepy patrolling experience? Well, I don't know if I should even talk about it, because maybe it's just a tad too spooky, even for me. What happened? Tell him, Pops. It's not that big a deal, honestly. Then all the more reason to talk about it, right? Maybe someone here will know something. You've got a point there. Well, we're talking about the area anyway, right? Yep. Well, I've been patrolling there the past few nights. The street itself is fairly straightforward. It's about half a mile round trip from the intersection and back. There's nothing much there either. A concrete sidewalk with metered parking spots. A fence here and there. And an unfinished construction site with a couple of CCTVs dotted about. No tree? What tree? There used to be a dead tree in front of the old library. Huh. Oh, that old dead tree. It was uprooted by the city back in January. Oh. I think this might have belonged to someone, or it might have been someone's, like, anchor. Ah. The commercial community decided it wasn't really a good look. So when the city started a massive cleanup project last year, well, they simply voted to get rid of it. I see. Oh, what's up? We were actually talking about it earlier, and, being a decades-old landmark aside, could there be something more to the tree than just, well, being old? You think so? That's what I think after listening to Miss Riona. Are you expecting something from me, Artemis? Huh? Oh, no. I'm sorry if I crossed the line. You just seem to know a lot about it, and I don't want to mix up the facts. I understand. But I would like to hear the officer's spooky tale first, if you don't mind. Gladly, miss. Almost forgot about me there, huh? So anyway, patrolling on that street is an easy task. Only 4 to 5 cars parked there overnight at most, which makes keeping track a breeze. Sounds ideal enough. As expected, though, nothing happened the first 2 nights. But yesterday was a different story. Oh, well, there goes the power. Hold on. What a stage setup, huh? There we go. Oh, there you go. Thank goodness. Sorry about that. Please continue. Alrighty. Well, it was nearing the end of my shift and I found nothing was amiss. There were only 4 cars parked that night. 2 spaced across the street and 2 in the opposite corners side by side. My plan was to leave after I walked one last round to make sure everything was okay. And a reminder, you can cover the whole place in only 8 minutes. Okay? Then, at the end of my walk, I took a drag on my cigarette. Smug as I was about to clock out, thinking 'twas another night job well done, right? Wrong, as I was immediately faced with the impossible. 3 cars, 2 side by side, 1 across the street, all tires flattened. That's 12 vandalized tires for you. A span of less than 10 minutes. That is so strange. It would take several minutes to flatten just 1 tire. And that's if you're using the right tools, right? But that wasn't all. Oh no, it wasn't. Because that was the moment when the streetlights went out, suddenly and all at once. What? Right after that, I heard flurries of footsteps and laughter. They were going further and further away from the scene, and yet saw nothing at all. Oh, are you sure? Did the CCTV catch anything? The infrareds actually managed to catch something, but the videos weren't clear at all, so I'm still investigating it. Jeez Louise, Pops. That's way spookier than what you told me in the car. But it's cool, though. Yeah. I may be laughing now, but I almost pissed my pants there, you see. Well, whoever they were, they sure worked fast. Right? Anyway, Artemis, I think I want another drink. All that talking has made my throat dry, and coffee just ain't cutting it. Roger that. What would you like? What do you suggest? How about some tea with ginger and honey? Sounds good. Can you use the red flower stuff you have as a base? You mean hibiscus? Definitely. Okay, then I'd like the red flower tea with ginger and a touch of honey. Hibiscus, ginger, honey. Oh, that's pretty. 1 piping hot Tejahe Rosella for you. Oh, what does it mean? Tejahe means ginger, Te means tea, and Rosella is Roselle, another name for hibiscus. I see, a legit herbal drink. Spicy but perfect for the weather. Good call, Artemis. I'm happy to please. If that's the case, let me join your patrol, Pops. Because I'm not scared of ghosts. You are scared of the dark. Real beings scare me more. Wait a sec, kid. What do you mean by ghosts, eh? Jumping the gun a little there, ain't ya? I don't know, Pops. Maybe it's even something crazier than that. This is a really serious problem, kid. Don't joke around like that. Sorry. Interesting. You know something? No, not me. But she might. Right, the tree, wasn't it? Oh yeah. What about it, miss? It's your turn to finish your thought. I'm not sure if this can be of any use at all, but... Officer? Are you aware of the story behind that tree? Huh? I recall what you said earlier. People often leave remembrances around it? What do you mean by that, miss? Well, it's because someone passed away there. Aw. What? Allow me to explain. I mentioned there was once a flea market on that street, correct? Right. They called it the Fairy Market. It was unofficially set up by the transients of the community. Transients being the government's term for unregistered citizens, including all the other uncategorizable beings at the time. Fairies were a part of that. Huh. I remember learning about it. After the war, the government made its first official attempt to sort things out. Organizing equitable classifications was thought as one of the first steps towards civil peace. But it was oversimplified, inefficient, and not speedy enough. Was all that before the Vindication Act? Way before that. Many who couldn't register were basically in administrative limbo. What? That's as good as, like, not existing at all. Really, that's horrible. It was the main reason why the fairy market was created in the first place, to ensure transient survival throughout the changing times. In more ways than one. The market had no real schedule, therefore the start of Fairy Week would be marked by flowers strewn along the intersection, just so people would notice and come take a look. Sounds kinda too low-key, no? Because it was illegal, silly. Oh. And that was exactly the problem. The market ran day and night, its format unchanging. At the same time, the economy was slowly reshaping the landscape. People started to spend more, becoming reckless, while the laws were still shaky at best. And a tragic incident occurred one night. A drunk driver was speeding and went off course, striking a vendor there. And the only evidence left of the crime was that tree. Before, there was no tree before. Wait a second, what? Why did I never hear about it? This is interesting. How long ago was this? The accident occurred in 1959, but the market itself was forcefully disbanded in 1961. Happened before I was born, huh? Yeah, I remember everything now. It was actually quite an infamous case, wasn't it? But due to the nature of the beings involved, most people couldn't help but, well, forget. Huh? We're talking about the late 50s to early 60s here. Post-war media was still quite scarce. And I remember the drunk driver was also the son of a very wealthy individual. Oh, correct. That wasn't exactly the part that made the case so infamous. It was due to the fact that no body was ever found at the crash site, as well as the vendor being a transient with no legal ID or paper trail. As a result, the court had no choice but to dismiss the case. Damn! But there was a body, wasn't it? Just not the one people might expect. You mean, the tree? Right. When semi-spiritual beings like us pass on from the physical world, some might leave specific landmarkers behind. Not all can do that though. Us banshees don't do that. We don't? No, we simply disappear. So if I'm getting this right, the tree couldn't be used as evidence because it wasn't classified as remains yet. The witnesses were in the same boat, no paper trail, so the driver's lawyer took advantage of those loopholes. That's messed up. Beyond messed up, Pops. Whoa. I'm boiling. I'll take a further look into this more, miss. But I have a question for you. Yes? Do you think the vandalism has anything to do with the tree removal? I don't know. I suppose it might depend on when the acts of vandalism began. Yeah, that makes sense. Well, I better get going then. It's almost time for my shift. Okay, officer. Break a leg, Pops. I'd rather not. Stay safe. Will do. I'll keep you all posted. I better go as well. Got an early shift tomorrow. There's one thing I want to confirm though, if you don't mind, miss. Yes? It's about the fairies passing and how everyone ends up forgetting about them afterwards. I really thought that was just a myth. I guess not. Unfortunately. That is why there used to be memorabilia around that tree. There were efforts by those who remembered to preserve the memory. But it wasn't enough, was it? Else we'd still have the tree. It really makes me question my memory. Are there any people I might have forgotten? Were there events I missed? It's quite scary to think about. For beings like us, being forgotten is inevitable. So, no need to feel bad about it. Is that so? Oh, I didn't catch your name, by the way. I'm Gala. Oh, I'm Lucas. Nice to meet you, sir. Lucas, eh? Sounds familiar for some reason. I mean, I'm kind of a big deal online, you know. I remember now. That toy from the other day had his name on it, right, Artemis? Right. Toy? Oh. You mean the business card I gave you? Yes, that. I see now. Somehow you gave it to him instead. I did, I'm sorry. Let me be the one to apologize for that. Artemis gave it to me because I was having a small trouble at work. Yeah, was it helpful in any way? I mean, it's pretty good at easing up anxiety and such. I thought the children would like it, but apparently for them, it's a little passé. What? Children nowadays mature really fast. They sure know their trends early. That is true. It's just how things are for now and in the future. Gotta keep up with the world, else you'll get left behind. Yeah. Anyway, thanks for the idea of having toys around the office for the kids. I'll make sure to have more up-to-date stuff for them. Yeah, glad I can help. Oh, then nice meeting you. Good luck with your future additions, Miss Riona. Thank you. See you around. Bye, Artemis. Take care. Holy shit, this one is way harder on my voice than the first game was. Jesus. Like, it feels longer. You okay? It's getting real late. I still want to talk, but if you're tired, let me know. Have you eaten? Do you want something to eat? We don't have some food here. You don't? No wonder your place is always empty. Well, just kidding, Artemis. Don't hate me, please. Well, do you want another drink, maybe? I mean, I have been hydrating and everything, but geez, my voice is getting shot to shit. And I'm also extremely tired. I wouldn't mind one. Nice, what do you feel like having? Something without milk, with a fresh feeling that brings some brightness to it. Also quite partial to the blue pea tea. Oh. Okay, I'll order something for you. May I? Sure. Artemis, could you try this mix? I saw this pretty drink in a video and it looked perfect for Our Lady. Yep, what is it? It had blue pea as a base, a lot of mint, and a splash of lemon. That's mint lemon. Alright, let's see. That's what she said. Oy vey. Oh, that's pretty. Here you go, miss. For the man sitting right beside you. Looks nice, very pretty. I like it, thank you. I'm glad you do. And wow, Artemis looks exactly like what I envisioned. You're a G. I'm happy you both enjoyed it. Man, that whole case earlier though, it was a lot to take in. Also about the whole forgetting thing, that really gave me chills. Why? Don't you feel scared of just disappearing in the end? Of course I do. That's why I thought I finally understood you too. I mean, the reason why you wanted to become a soprano your way, the traditional way. Oh? Care to compare notes? Because I've yet to be entirely certain about that myself. Oh, huh. Now that's what you call huge pressure. Before that though, can I ask a little teeny tiny question? Go ahead. What inspired you to go down this path? I mean, I may have an idea on why you're choosing the hard way, but why a soprano in the first place? Because it's been done before. Pardon? Because there was already a banshee who did it before. So I know it's not impossible. Whoa, for real? Her part was that of a sorbet aria, and she was not very well known. What is a sorbet aria? I mean, she was a secondary character. Back in early 19th century opera, sorbet arias would be sung towards the end of the second act, usually before the evening ended. Hawkers would use the time to offer their wares for the last time to the patrons, often desserts, hence sorbet aria. Oh, I see. Like background singing at the end of a show or something. Yes, things are different nowadays because people are expected to listen to the end. The first time I heard her voice was on an old recording of a comedy opera. I was still very young back then. She was playing a confused maid role at the very end of the opera, wondering why and how people could act so crazy when in love. But despite her confusion, she thought she wasn't so old that she couldn't find out the reason for herself. It was a funny epilogue to the opera, but hearing a banshee sing such a playful and light-hearted piece, it was truly an eye-opener for me. Oh man, I bet it was. Sadly, I couldn't find any of her other works, but it always stuck with me nonetheless. This is bothering me. There we go. So I left my commune and started trying on my own. That's really cool and brave of you to do so. I agree. I've never talked about this before. It's a bit embarrassing. Nah, don't be embarrassed. I think it's super cool. You're just feeling inspired to push yourself beyond what's expected of you. And wishing to leave a mark on this world. Is that what you think? Uh-huh. Just trying to follow a path that has been traveled before. And that's not always a bad thing, especially for beings like us. You're just being careful yet courageous. Right, because the path you're choosing to walk on is still difficult. Regarding leaving your mark, I don't know. I just feel maybe you're the same as me. Like, what's the point of being born if nobody is going to remember us? Right, Artemis? No comment? Aw. Why do you want to be remembered so much? Why wouldn't you? Us banshees see the end differently than most. So, care to enlighten me? I can't speak for anyone else, but in my case, I was a kid who grew up in a large family, you see? Like, humongously large. Literally couldn't count all my siblings even if I wanted to. Because they're everywhere, thanks to my dad. Oh. We weren't wealthy though, not even close. The money situation was always suffocating us for real. Sometimes Dad would drop by to give us some money. Though it wasn't even enough to cover the utilities for more than a couple of months. And he'd just leave again a couple of days later. Are you the eldest? Nope. But my older brothers had already moved out by the time I hit high school. I was so surprised when my dad gave me the house after he died. Oh, which is where my mom and siblings live now. Sorry to hear about your father. No, it's fine. I mean, yeah, it was weird to receive the news of his death from an attorney, knowing he passed away by himself. And how it took them a week to find out. Oh. Natural causes, by the way, so... I mean, how did he check out with absolutely no one knowing? Where were my other siblings? What happened to his ladies? It was just so crazy to me. And I guess it just kind of haunted me. Haunted how? My life growing up was filled with disappointment over him, you know? I mean it in the best way possible. My disappointment actually drove me to work hard for my family. I just vilified him in my mind, like shaking my mental fist at him. Gonna do so much better than you, sir, and all that. I see. But then I received the news that he left me the house. Like, I know he had no money. That house is probably one of the only assets he had left. So when he gave me the house in his will, all I can think about was, what went through his mind exactly? The fact that he had it in his will at all was probably already a surprise for you. Exactly. What am I supposed to think of that? What am I supposed to think of him? And does it even matter anymore? When he's already long gone? Anyway, some older brothers came back, right? They wanted me to sell the house and divide the earnings. Wanting a slice of the inheritance pie, huh? You didn't do that, right? Heck no. That's why I left for LA. So if they really want me to sell the house, they have to chase after me. Good call. Thankfully, my younger siblings and I are pretty tight. We're a good team. That's a relief. But that was also why I needed money fast. I needed to send money to help with my family's bills. And of course, so I could stay alive as well. That was why I ended up having to join the production house. The production house? Yeah, it was like a bunch of content creators getting together to make videos every day. I was young and naive too, you know? This was my first time venturing to another state completely alone after all. So I didn't know better how predatory things could be. Man, this isn't even gonna be an entertaining story. Don't worry, Spices. I'm basically finishing this day, then I'm gonna be done for the night because my voice is shot. This is like a lot of reading, so it's killing my voice at this point. If you're uncomfortable, you don't have to talk about it. No, it's not that. It's just really didn't like that production house. But I needed the money. Someone there saw my vlogs and invited me in. And as one of the youngest there, I tried to get along with everyone. Oh yeah, I'll finish up after this. But you see, we were all content creators in the entertainment industry, right? Which means we all had huge, huge egos. So naturally there was somewhat of a hierarchy of sorts. Trying to be all around helpful turned me into the butt of the joke all the time. That didn't discourage me all that much, by the way. I mean, I also learned a lot there, not gonna lie. So, what ended up destroying my willpower was actually something real close, you know. Myself. What do you mean by that? Well, in the house where everyone wants to be the main character, each of us would need a solid, distinct persona, yeah? Eventually, I was assigned one too, which was supposed to be a good thing, but they wanted me to be the worst version of what I am, essentially, with heavy emphasis on what. I had a lot of nicknames too, like, "Hey, a baby goat. What are you up to now, Satyr boy? Here comes the party, goatie. Mr. X says, you gonna go fishing again tonight or what?" Fishing? Ugh. We had to go out and try to hit on people. And we weren't allowed to come home unless we failed spectacularly or scored. Oh. I always try to be the punchline though, because there were always more views when something ended badly. It was still the worst, because I really had to act it all out, you know? Bothering people for pretend dates, be sort of a dumb jerk for just for jokes. Just so all looked fun for the camera. Even if scripted, I really never liked doing it, honestly. Because in the end, all of it just reminded myself of my dad, you know? I kept thinking, does the apple never fall far from the tree after all? So yeah, the whole thing just really sucked. You had it difficult. Yeah. Well, long story short, being tokenized sucked. The end. No disagreement there. Sorry, I swear that wasn't what I wanted to talk to you about. It's fine. I actually learned a lot this evening. I just don't want to take up more of your time. So, can I just ask you a direct question? Sure. Great, would you be interested in guest starring on my new show? I realized that was being done the day we first met. I kind of forced my thoughts on you and was just being a general smartass. I undermined your straightforward efforts because I was jealous of your solid resolve. Since everything I did was anything but. But you succeeded eventually, didn't you? You worked hard for it. Yet, I almost ended up losing sight of why I'd been doing all this in the first place. I went with the flow, made excuses a lot. All to justify the gain, but to what end? That's why I've been trying to put together a talent showcase for those who need extra exposure. It's going to be a small production thing. It'll be paid, I swear, and not worth exposure either. Though it won't be much at first, because I don't have that much money ready to use at the moment, so... wait. This is a bit sudden, don't you think? No pressure, though. How does the show work? Well, I'm not 100% sure of the shape of it yet, but ideally it'll have like an interview at the first, and then I'll record your singing. I'll bring all the gear. I'll also be doing all the editing and stuff. It's gonna take a bit of time since I still have my main show to do, but I did start my vlogging journey on my own too, so I can bet you the result will still be quality. Your show will tank if I'm the first guest, you realize that, right? If it does, then it doesn't deserve to exist. I don't care about haters, but you do. That's why I won't push you. That's nice of him. I'm flattered, but no thank you. Okay. Thanks for considering me, though. Thanks for giving it a thought. Looks like I have to go. Okay. Nothing to do with what you said, okay? Just bad timing. Yeah, I get it. Cool. I hope we can meet again like this. If you want to. Maybe. I'll take it. Thanks for your time too, Artemis. Sorry if I bored you. No, it truly was my pleasure. Cool. Okay, I really have to go. See you around? Safe trip. Alrighty, see you, Artemis. Come again soon. I think tonight was the most I've talked in the past 2 years, and I'm quite glad to hear that. Thank you, Artemis. For what? For being such a good host. And I'm not the easiest being to get along with. It's always a pleasure to have you and everyone around. Then I'll be taking my leave. I feel like I have a lot to rethink. But I'll see you again soon. And we'll be waiting always. Safe trip, Miss Fiona. And have a good night. Phew. I think I'm done for the night. I hope everything will work out for everyone. Goodness. My voice is fried. As much as I love the game, I absolutely do adore it, but geez, whenever I do reading stuff like this and it's for like extended periods of time, like recording visual novels is fine because it's shorter bursts, but then whenever I do something that's a longer reading session, my voice just tanks. So much has happened. Oh yeah. Lunar cell panel prototype ready for the first test. Newcomer progressive elven metal band Avathor tops US music charts. World Golem Culture Center grand opening to be held in Bhutan. Alright, first things first. Let's clear off all of these. Alright. Let's see, updates. Dinner with my team. Hey, he's got a golem. Normal schedule. Taking an easy day because self-care is important. Don't forget to take a good rest once in a while too, everyone. Is fidget spinner really that lame now? Have you ever heard a story that wows you so you try to go for your dreams because you're so inspired to do something or anything? It's a good one. Okay. Last piece and then we're done for the evening, because my voice is not going to handle more. What's left on the bar counter? Can I borrow your letter? Sure, have at it. Cheers, mate. You waiting for someone? Maybe, maybe not, I guess. Who knows now? Jeez, man, sorry to hear that. Tell you what, next round's on me. Sure about that? Well, I'll take it in. No worries, sorry about your situation, man. This is a good bar, so drink on. Leave your sadness at the bar counter. That's what they always say, right? Amen to that? Yep. Come on, here's to a good bar and to unexpected company, eh? Interesting thing you said earlier. Leave your sadness at the counter. You do that often here? Yeah, this bar is good. Bartender's kind and they won't kick me out if I drink too much, so yeah. Where do you think it goes after you leave it here? The sadness? Huh. Interesting philosophical question you got there, man. Somewhere far away, hopefully. Never to come back. But what if it does? Then we steal up and order another drink. Then another, and another, until either the sadness gives up or our livers do, I guess. Tough life you got, huh? Well, Sisyphus and the boulder, you know. I mean, what other choice do we have? None, I guess. Yep, that's just how it is. I gotta go now. Interesting chat we had, huh? Tell you what, maybe this is the whiskey talking. But it felt like hanging out with an old friend, mate. Forget about that person you were waiting for. And hopefully I'll see you here again sometime, okay? Sure, man. I'm always here for you. After all, you're the one who left me at this counter, right? I'm not entirely sure what to make of some of the articles in that little reading piece. I feel like the writer for the articles in this version, in this game, is a bit all over the place. Yeah, very odd. Whereas, with the case of Freya in the first game, her story started out silly. And then slowly but surely, you started to see an evolution to her style. Like she started to become more sincere. And her writing style itself started to evolve more. So it was natural to see it start out as silly and weird and then just get to the point where it was a really nice story about just two people who started in love or fell in love and they realized that they were split all from different timelines. And this one is just a story, then two poems, a story, and I don't even know what this one was. It's very strange. Definitely feels all over the place. Let me save. And see who I can raid out to. Because I need sleep. And I need to rest my voice because I'm getting very crispy right now. Let's see. We have a few people who are alive. We have Sarn, we have Hibby, TB, Tentacle Mistress, and we have a few people in here. Who are you guys in the mood to go see? Thank you guys for being here. It's always nice having you guys hang out. Like at the moment I'm putting a lot of effort into trying to control how I sound because at the moment this is what my voice really feels like. It's just fucked. But I'm exerting a little bit of control over it to keep it normal. Just so that I don't start coughing. You know, we haven't seen Tentacle and Mistress in a little bit. Let's go say hi to them. Not sure whoever you'd be like. Tomorrow is Community Day. We'll be playing Mario Kart. Holy shit, my voice. We'll be playing Mario Kart. If you don't have the game, you all know by now. That's perfectly fine. You're more than welcome to just hop in and talk shit with the rest of us. And Monday, I will be playing Space Marine 2. I'm actually looking forward to that. But yeah. For now, let's go say hi to Tentacle and Mistress. And I will see all of you guys for a stream on Monday. Take care of yourselves.